Good afternoon, I'm Jacob Reimer. Just 2 more days until the top-ranked Ohio State football team returns to the gridiron and hosts Penn State. Linebacker Sonny Styles on if there's no hard feelings toward Jim Knowles.
Not really. I mean, it's a business. People go different places. People elevate to different jobs, and it just is what it is. No hard feelings.
Kickoff will be at noon on Saturday, and you can catch the action right here on The Fan. Also in college football, Nebraska head coach Matt Rule has reportedly signed a 2-year contract extension today that keeps him in Lincoln through 2032 season. In the NFL, Week 9 gets kicked off tonight with the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Miami Dolphins. Quarterback Lamar Jackson is expected to make his return tonight for the Ravens. Kickoff is at 8:15. This update sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Hello, man. Happy Beggar's Night, which is a term I hate dearly.
It's not Halloween.
No, that's a different day entirely, as
Trick
Les
or treat.
Miles would say.
Enjoy yourself tonight. Be safe out there, kids. How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
Got a big program today. It's Too Hot Thursday. Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
Thank you.
There we go.
All day today, Teddy has gathered audio from across the world, mostly this radio station, other shows, and he will dazzle us with that audio. We don't know what's coming. We'll respond to it throughout the program today. Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg from ESPN. That is coming up at 3:30. 5 o'clock today, a special guest in the studio. He is Jake Diebler.
Hey, the head basketball coach right before the start of the season.
That's right.
How about that?
So
That'll
he's
be
gonna
fun.
Give us a few segments of his time today. We're going to get into, obviously, some basketball stuff. But, you know, when I get somebody in here, it's not just going to be all business. It's going to be some nonsense, too. I really want to know what makes a guy like Jake tick. What does he like to eat? What does he like to watch? All that stuff.
It's a big candy night. Does he partake? I want to know. And he's got 3.
Who doesn't partake in some candy?
You got to partake.
I'm not saying he's
candy,
going out
right?
there and trick-or-treating with the kids.
I don't know, because we have somebody that works here, Matty Ice, who is the most disciplined office guy I have ever known. He does not partake in any of the bad food that we have in here. And we are always bringing in, whether it's, a sandwich drop. We had, the guys bringing hamburgers all last year.
Hartzler
he never
brought
does
in
any of it.
12 bottles of eggnog
He
today.
said his dad loves eggnog, so I'm hoping he takes a whole bottle home.
Let me tell you something. If you're a nog person, go to the Giant Eagle and some of the specialty stores around here and get yourself in the glass bottle, the Hartzler nog.
The bottle alone is just beautiful.
You could drink the nog and then kill someone with the bottle.
Oh, man.
Mess them up.
The shards of glass.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I was just going to say that Matty has incredible discipline, and I know he eats candy, but I still think it's tough to not ever partake while we're here at work. All throughout the week, he sticks to Saturday and Sunday only is when he eats bad foods, anything that's deemed unhealthy. I don't know how he does it. Credit to him.
Here's what I'd like to hear from all of you. You can get in touch with us various ways. On X, at ManandTimmy971. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. Email goodcleanboy@gmail.com. What do you want us to ask Jake Diebler? Simple as that. Can be business, can be off the wall. Doesn't mean I'm going to take your suggestion, but I'd like to hear your suggestion.
I think we're gonna get it all around the map, because there's obviously a lot of starving Buckeye basketball fans out there that are once again excited about this season, and they don't want to be false excited for this year, right? And I am excited. I am truthfully and honestly excited about the changes that they made with this roster and what these guys can do. Now, at the same time, tournament hasn't expanded.
You told me that
I don't want it to expand either. I want it to be earned, and it's going to be a very competitive Big Ten. I'm not saying that this is a team that's going to win the conference championship. I would like to see them take a better step and compete for that championship. Maybe in that final 2 weeks of the season, still with 4 games left. Mathematically, have a shot. Be in it still if you get red hot at the right time.
Jackets beat the Leafs last night. Nice to get a victory in front of the home fans.
Oh, man.
It was comfortable until it wasn't at the end. I had a little bit of a turtle head popping out, but it wasn't too bad.
It was 6-1, though. If it was 6-4, then maybe.
What if it was 6-7? 6-7.
Hey, happy birthday, Ma. We just had her birthday.
How old?
6-7.
6-7.
Mom and Dad, both 6-7. Just put a 6 on one of them. Sure enough, 7 right there on the other. Get him a couple of sweatshirts.
Was it John Tavares last night scored his 500
yeah.
NHL goal? And I like the fact. Everybody tells me he's a very good guy. I've not met him. Everybody tells me he's very nice. Jackets did a little mention in the arena. I think that's a classy thing to do.
Yeah.
But I also get a kick out of the fact that 500th goal comes essentially in garbage time in a game you're losing by 5 in Columbus.
And then that's the one that you get the little moment for.
That.
Yeah. That's how sports goes, right? I mean, that doesn't take anything away from the accomplishment just to get to a spot where you have 499 career goals. How many throughout the whole history of those goals were also some meaningless goals?
Well, it's going to happen.
It happens. I mean, he's probably got, a couple of dozen empty netters, maybe more. I don't know how that spits out. And also some goals where you're getting blasted in a game. 5-zip, 5-1, where you put one in at the end of the night where people kind of drop their guard down. But that's the way that stuff goes.
Goaltending was good. Again, last night, Elvis made some key saves. It was nice to see Cole Sillinger get on the goal-scoring sheet with 2 goals last night.
That line in general.
Well, they sort of switched stuff
line,
up.
Little checking line right there with your guy, Matthew Olivier, Coyle, the way that he's been playing.
I saw some people getting on Matthew Olivier, that they want more production from him. Matthew Olivier had the Matthew Olivier of all games last night, minus just punching people in the face, but he was around everywhere. He was forechecking like a madman. He was right there to take a key penalty. You have to be in the right spot sometimes to get a penalty call.
Yes, you do.
That's just not the other team doing something stupid. That's you taking advantage of the situation, forcing them to do something stupid. I love what Olivier brings to this team. And even if he's not scoring tons of goals or showing up on the stat sheet in that capacity, he changes a game.
Zach Werenski's shot was nice to see.
And it was so effortless, too. It was like he just flicked it right in, and then he just pumped his fist and went right along.
I mean, nobody forgets that he's a left-hander, but maybe sometimes you just don't expect he's going to let it fly when he does. And it's just, like you said, it's just a brilliant, effortless little wrister. He's got such great accuracy. It's a reason why he was a candidate for the Norris last year, because of the things he can do as an offensive blue liner. He's good on both ends. And it was one of those quick ones that gives you that 2-0 lead that just sets the crowd into a frenzy. You get off to that 2-0 lead after you won the previous night. You're at home. That sort of gets the juices flowing in another way, sends you into the second period or sends you into the first intermission with the right kind of thoughts going through your mind. And even though Toronto cut that lead in half right at the start of the second, you didn't really feel right then and there that their game plan was going to fall apart.
No, and that's why they
gathered it, and it was 5-1 at the end of the second.
You can't really judge what the stat sheet always says, because if you look at it last night, Toronto had more shots on goal. They had more scoring chances, but Jackets had more quality chances. Elvis did make some nice saves, but for the most part, they were giving him clean looks. There wasn't a lot of traffic around him, so he was able to make those saves. I thought it was a nice team performance. Also today, we got the NCAA Central Michigan punishment. This is the Connor Stalions, sort of the last hammer to fall.
Oh, yeah.
On the Connor Stalions
We're all just waiting for Central Michigan to get the hammer.
Well, Jim McIlvaine, their former head coach, he gets a 2-year show cause penalty. And just reading some of the language here, they essentially gave him a 2-year show cause because they said he didn't know anything. We don't have proof that he knew anything. He's just really stupid and should have known that there's random people on his sideline that don't belong.
Did they ever say was there anybody at Central Michigan?
Yes, here you go.
That acknowledged him.
Unbeknownst to Central Michigan, Jake Costner, a former assistant football coach, had a pre-existing relationship with Stalions. Costner formulated a plan for Stalions to be present on Central Michigan's sideline during its September 1st, 2023 home game against Michigan State to identify and decipher play-calling signals. Outside of typical procedures for item distribution, Costner asked Nate Mason, write this name down, Nate Mason.
So Kevin Costner and
Jake
Anthony
Costner
Mason
and Nate Mason
are in on this.
Former coordinator of athletic equipment operations for coaching-issued gear. Costner did not provide a reason for the request and then coordinated with Mike McGee, there's another name, former director of recruiting, to provide the official gear and bench pass access to Stalions, whom Costner had provided an alias so as not to be detected ahead of kickoff.
What you just said to me is a bunch of gobbledygook.
McGee was unaware of whom exactly the gear was for, but knew it was for a friend of Costner's who was skilled in deciphering signals. So he knew something fishy was going on. He just didn't know exactly who it was. During the game, Stalions stood in close proximity to McGee and other football staff. Given his staff's direct involvement in the arrangement, Jim McElvain, former football head coach, is responsible for their violations under head coach responsibility legislation. What was the alias that they gave him? It wasn't Joey Freshwater. It was
Joey Freshwater. I don't remember
it was
what
anyway, so they essentially said,
alias was.
hey, this assistant coach was going rogue with some other personnel guy, and Jim McElvain didn't know. He should have known, so he gets a 2-year punishment. We wash our hands with it. That's the end of that. But, I mean, at no point did it say, yes, we don't have credible evidence that anyone knew. He just snuck on the field and no one knew what the hell was going on. No, there were people who knew what was going on in Central Michigan's program, which was what you and I said from the beginning. That's just common sense.
This is just the weirdest part of this whole thing. The fact that he got caught, and wasn't he wearing those like sharper image? Maybe this never got validated, but it appeared that there was a blue light on the corner of his glasses.
I didn't see anything
like
about
they were
that.
from the sharper image. I think Ray-Ban makes a pair of those too, where they could record things, basically like their James Bond glasses, and he was wearing those while he was on the sideline. So he's basically working for Central Michigan and also helping to get tips for his own squad at the same time.
Hey, man, here's what I learned.
Is what was going on
it's
that
all
night.
Worth it.
His name, his alias, does this ring a bell? Matt McClellan?
Yes, Matt McClellan.
Matt McClellan.
That's right. That's not a creative alias.
That's
Joey
not like
Freshwater, much better.
Suede Blazer. Suede Blazer is
you
out
don't
there.
want to rub Suede Blazer across the grain.
No,
He'll really
you don't.
get
It'll
you.
make your hair stand up.
All right, there's something out there that just grinds my gears. I'm going to tell you what it is coming up next. Colin Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic if you're on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and East Broad Street. You can also expect a holdup due to an accident that's on US 23 at Powell Road. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Protect your home with R&R Foundation Specialist. Family-owned, honest, and pressure-free. Get expert waterproofing, fair quotes, and smart advice that puts your home first. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com. Your trusted local pros in foundation and waterproofing. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've got a problem at Pella.
I like where this is going.
Because of Pella's reputation and quality, a lot of folks assume that we're out of budget.
Oh, that's too... Oh, I hate here.
But we've actually got 5 awesome window lines that fit any budget, from the $300,000 to the $3 million home, and far from the most expensive.
So you actually don't have a problem. Awesome.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year, taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
The Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival returns May 14th through 17th with My Chemical Romance, Tool, Bring Me the Horizon, and Shinedown. Plus, Pierce the Veil, Good Charlotte, The Offspring, Sublime, Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin, Marilyn Manson, and so many more. Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, May 14th to 17th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at SonicTempleFestival.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
If you love losing big money, then boy do we have the promo code for you. Enter code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL to unlock these awesome offers. You can buy a car for even more money than before, or watch your heat and electric bills skyrocket. It's exclusive for everyone, thanks to Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which our Senator John Huston supported. So use promo code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL. Sit back and crack open a cold one, but just one, because that's all you can afford. Paid for by NRDC Action Fund.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show.
With autumn's arrival, ISA-certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at progressive.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see showers on and off today, so a damp and blustery day with gusty winds and temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to low 50s. For the kids that are trick-or-treating this evening, we could see some lingering showers. Otherwise, it'll be damp, cold, and breezy with temperatures dropping, especially after sunset. Overnight, we're into the 30s, and for Friday, drier conditions and highs in the mid-50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
The #1 pizza expert and the #4 for college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
It's Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
We'll do a little Too Hot coming up in moments. Timmy, I saw something that aggravates me. It's every single year. It's this. I love the foosball. You know that.
Foosball?
Love football.
Yeah.
Love Monday night. Love it all.
Yeah.
Love a good matchup. But I saw this again. Monday Night Football drew 17.6 million viewers. World Series Game 3 got just 11.4 million. Oh, it's World Series, and they're losing to a regular season game against the Chiefs and Commanders. Why are we still talking about this? No one disputes that more people watch the NFL. More people watch the NFL players take a crap if that was on TV. 4 million people would watch that. Want to know how I know? Because that's how many people watched the Pro Bowl last year. And that essentially is watching people sit on the toilet and take a crap.
Look, that doesn't mean that we can't be a society that has room for people that are fans of both sports.
But why do we care?
And it's okay
I guess
if you
that's the
stack
question.
them and you like the NFL up top and you might only check in to the World Series if it gets to its most dramatic points.
If you're enjoying it, Simon and Garfunkel sucks because they sold less copies than NSYNC. Yeah, all right, good.
You can't, right.
What are we comparing here?
You can't like every musician. We understand that,
and
right?
the ratings have gone down year to year for the World Series. One, because you have football directly against it. Two, because you have a Canadian team in this. You're taking one home market that would give you a monster number out of the equation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying with that home market, all of a sudden you're beating the NFL like they did last year on Monday Night Football, which they did beat the NFL by like 0.2 million viewers or something like that. What I'm saying is, why is this consistently a talking point? Who cares?
Where do you think, when do you think it's going to change? We kind of are what we are at this point, and that's okay. We thought that we were, we're still a baseball country. You can call it America's pastime. It does also feel like football is becoming our other national pastime as long as the sport's been around, and they don't really play it anywhere else in the world anywhere close to the level at which we play it now. Baseball, it's become a pretty popular game in other parts of the world. Possibly the best player of all time now is Japanese in Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
You're not going to see that with other football players until a lot more time passes. Like, that's how much of a head start America has with that game. And it's just, it's okay that has become the thing that we are most fanatic about. Where we live in Ohio, how much is football part of the fabric of our state and who we are and what we're about?
I understand
and that's
that.
okay.
And
we
let's not
embrace
apologize for that.
No.
But let's also just understand, Ohio State numbers are dwarfed by the NFL every single week. All right. Yes, that's true.
It's pro football.
Does that mean it doesn't matter to you or it's any less enjoyable to you? Who cares?
And I'll tell you what, I said this a few weeks ago. I'm kind of enjoying. I've always been pro football guy. It's not like I don't like college football. Obviously, I love college football to do this, but it's about which side do you bleed? Even with the Ohio State Buckeyes in town, people would say, well, how the hell do you not like college football as much as pro football? I don't know. It's just what I grew up with. I felt connected to the teams there and the way their playoff system was. It gravitated to it. You have the Super Bowl.
You grew up in
I don't think you have to explain yourself.
D.C., essentially.
Yeah,
Virginia.
We didn't really have college teams where I grew up to cheer for. You had, some Georgetown basketball fans. I was a Maryland basketball fan when they were going through their run with Gary Williams. They were fun to follow. I didn't really have a team in that area. So DC sports was it. And so cheering for the NFL team, that was it. But I said a couple weeks ago, this college football season, it's pulling me in more than this year's NFL season. I find the storylines, the drama, everything that's going on with the sport that a lot of people claim are taking away from it, it sort of pulls me in because I find that interesting and how a program like Ohio State deals with all that to keep going. And I still understand how the NFL wins. Now, the one thing we know, they're tracking it differently. They're getting some of these big numbers right now because they made a big stink about making sure that they get credit for all of the streaming numbers and that Nielsen was looking at those things. So that's why you're seeing all these big bloated numbers.
And you know
it was
what?
probably always
good
like
for
that.
them.
Yeah.
They're saying we want to be properly represented on paper.
But it's been like this the last several years because we've been a shifting society, shape-shifting society with how we watch things. It's not just on standard TV. It's been streaming. It's been on our phones. It's been on our computers. However we're watching it, they're tracking it better, so those numbers are starting to pop again.
You want to get started with some Too Hots?
Ooh, Too Hot.
Too Hot. Sponsored by the cancer experts at Ohio Health. Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Teddy, I've been thinking about this all week. What is the first piece of audio that you have for us today?
Well, first off, I just want to play a little clip on from T-Bone and Tyvis. They had Bo on, and Bo was making a comment about certain things that we do, I guess, as far as gathering audio and play it back, that, you know, audio that they've had. And he makes a comment.
So he's commenting about this segment specifically?
There's been some comments.
There's been some things going on.
There's been some things.
So,
those anti-Jordan guys in the morning, they were talking again this morning.
It's just a quick clip.
You know
here.
what? We could not talk about you at all.
I like
you
to.
could just die on the vine over there.
So,
anyway, go ahead.
Here we go.
Well, we've got a month to settle this at least.
Right.
We can get. I mean, I guess we'll
I'm
talk.
sure going to get aggregated. I know that that Mike and Timmy like taking these little cuts and making fun of them.
Yes, they do.
I'm sure we'll get aggregated at some point.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I have no comment.
Why'd you play that, Teddy?
I have no. Teddy's an instigator now.
Why'd you play that? That was such a small little
just wants
clip.
to shake it. I have no comment.
Made it sound like they were pissed off, and I know that they're not. I know it's all in good fun.
Well, here's the real clip I wanted to get to, and this was T-Bone, and he was not really happy about the whole Michael Jordan conversation,
of course
and everything. But here is him just really going off on MJ here. So let's give a listen now.
It's because you don't hear from Michael Jordan a lot. Like, he doesn't do media like that. So,
no. Michael Jordan loves to give back to the game, except he just never appears on TV unless they give him $40 million. But he loves the game. He loves the game.
That's my point.
Loves the game.
My point
loves
is,
the game.
So, like, when Reimer
Gives
says
back to the game.
When Reimer says that when you see Michael Jordan on TV, you stop what you're doing and listen to what he's saying. It's because you don't see him.
Michael Jordan has done more
if he was a talking head all the time, you just keep it moving.
By the way, I see Michael Jordan all the time because I watch NASCAR and I see him all the time. Michael Jordan has given more to NASCAR in the last 10 years.
Would he be talking?
He owns a team. He's his team. He's all the time. They interview him and talk to him about racing.
But it's not about basketball.
I'm just saying Michael Jordan has given more to NASCAR in the last 5 years than he's given to the NBA. But Michael Jordan's great, and I apparently suck, according to Common Man and Timmy.
There's one person on that show that I like now.
Stop it.
Tyvis?
You love Bone.
Of course I do.
We love Bone.
I knew that about Bone. He's been butthurt about Michael Jordan all the time. He believes all the conspiracy theories, all that.
See, when I saw his tweet, I guess I wasn't as privy to. I knew he liked LeBron. I don't remember the anti-MJ stuff.
This is almost like the NFL beat Major League Baseball in the World Series ratings. Why does it have to be one or the other? I don't understand.
It doesn't, and we always make it out that way. Me and Beanie always had a thing,
Why?
MJ and LeBron.
Why?
I respect the hell out of LeBron and the player that he is, but you and we agreed in this take about the mentality and the way that Michael Jordan was inside his head.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's a killer.
If that guy was in LeBron, there would be no contest. There would be no argument. But that guy was in Michael Jordan. And I thought Bone would be more interested in whatever apologetically. Oh, Michael Jordan's talking. He's sitting down. He's going to go. I don't care if it's, taped one segment and we're going to cut it up into 40 pieces. I want to hear every single word out of his mouth about the game of basketball.
Around the Big Ten with our guy Adam Rittenberg from ESPN. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should avoid westbound 70's off-ramp to downtown split on the east side that is currently closed due to an accident. And we've got a couple-minute hold-up on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War, by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions. And yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years, and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL, 614-962-7355, or selltohometeam.com.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man and Timmy present Around the Big Ten with ESPN's Adam Rittenberg.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
Our guy Adam Rittenberg covers all things college football for ESPN. He joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, my friend.
Hello, how we doing?
Oh, fantastic. Let's start with Nebraska head coach Matt Rule. He gets himself a contract extension. His buyout goes up. I assume this eliminates him from taking that Penn State job. Are you surprised that he got the extension?
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I think Nebraska, I think the way they structured this contract was pretty intelligent, that they, it's very incentive laden, and hey, you make the playoff, which they've obviously never come close to doing. We're going to give you more money. And obviously you have a hefty penalty to pay us if you choose to leave this year. So I think it essentially takes him off the board for Penn State. And maybe that's not a bad thing, because I think it would have been hard to sell Matt Rule as a upgrade from James Franklin, given his record against the top 25. So I think it's good for Nebraska. They can continue to build. They seem to be in this endless rebuild there that we hear about. Maybe one day it'll break through. But I think it was a move that Nebraska certainly it made sense for them. And, maybe it makes sense for Matt to just have this behind him.
I guess if they don't take another loss here this regular season, they got a chance to log a 10-2 season, and that would be a big step, keeping it on Nebraska. They got the game against top 25 USC, so that's the next game up after the extension. They'll have to go on the road to Penn State, so that'll be an interesting one. Where do you see the Huskers going the rest of 2025 after this news?
Yeah, this is an important inflection point, I think, for their season, because not all 10-2s are created equal, but that would be a significant step forward given what they've done in the conference. I would say this, though, guys. I think 8-4 would be a big disappointment given the schedule. They really lucked out in terms of missing with Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana. They don't play any of them. And, with the amount of players they had coming back and all the excitement going into the season, I think anything short of 9-3 would be a bit disappointing. So how they finish is going to be important, beginning with USC, which comes into Lincoln this weekend, still with only 2 losses and, a top 25 team, which has obviously been a problem for this Nebraska program under Matt Rule. So, they have Iowa as well at the end of the year, a team that's playing really well. They have to go to UCLA. So this final stretch here in November, I think, is really going to give us a sense of where this program is. And if it ends up closer to 7-5, 8-4, it's hard to see this year as significant progress for them.
Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg. I want to talk about that Iowa team. That's another 2-loss Big Ten team, and they've made some steps recently. They kicked the crap out of Minnesota this past weekend. They're on the bye, and then they host number 6 Oregon. I know this is a simple question, but it changes sort of week to week, I guess. What do we make of Iowa now? Are they a threat to actually beat Oregon in a week?
They are, and all you have to do is look at what they've done defensively here as of late. They nearly took out Indiana. Indiana needed a late rally to get out of Iowa City with its undefeated record. They shut out Wisconsin, and then they thumped Minnesota 41-3 last week. So this Iowa defense early this year didn't look like your standard Hawkeye group, and now they have really rounded into form, rushing the passer. They're taking the ball away. They're doing all those typical things. And then Mark Gronowski, he's an interesting quarterback, not who I thought he would be when he came in, being so heavily a run-first guy, but he has stabilized his play and given them an upgrade. And I think Tim Lester deserves a lot of credit, their offensive coordinator, for kind of dragging them out of those historic numbers where they were so bad for so long on offense. And, it's a type of team that doesn't need to score 40 points to win. They just need to not beat themselves, possess the ball, and then let their defense and special teams take over. And that's what's been happening lately. So, they have some big games coming up. Oregon at home, at USC, at Nebraska. So we're going to find out a little bit more about the Hawkeyes going forward, but there's a lot to like about how they've played lately.
Adam Rittenberg is joining us. And, there's nothing on this side of the fence that's going to make me feel easy about Michigan when we get to that game at the end of the year. But watching this team, they get waxed by USC. They come back. They beat a really good Washington team. They're ho-hum against Michigan State, but they go on the road and win. But Bryce Underwood really struggles. He's under 50% passing again. What do you make of this year's Wolverine team? They're clinging to a top 25 spot. What do you make of it all?
Right. Yeah, I think they're like a lot of teams, so kind of vulnerable on the road, although they have some nice wins if you look at the Nebraska win and the win against Michigan State. But, yeah, Underwood, I felt this way coming into the season, that they didn't surround him with enough playmakers. Why didn't they go into the portal and do more at wide receiver, especially when you lose a top 10 NFL draft pick at tight end, Colston Loveland, here to Chicago? So, did they structure this offense with enough talent around your obviously talented freshman quarterback, but a guy that needs to develop a little bit? So it feels a little bit like the Michigan teams that we've seen, where they're less quarterback reliant. They're relying on their defense. They're relying on their run game. The run game's been really good all season. Offensive line has been good, and I wouldn't say elite, but that gets you a lot of wins when you have the talent level and the base that Michigan has maybe in other positions besides wide receiver.
Penn State sachets in here this weekend. When we first saw the schedule before the season started, we looked at this as potentially the biggest game of the year outside of the Michigan game, and now it's a 20.5-point favorite for Ohio State, and it looks like it's going to be a yawner. We talked about Matt Rule extending his contract. Looks like he's out of the running for that. Kurt Cignetti gets a new contract at Indiana. We hear tons of names because the LSU job is open too, and Florida, but who realistically out there do you think makes sense for Penn State?
Well, the guy that I think is the guy that I'm getting a ton of heat for even mentioning, and that's Mike Elko. And I think he would be a great fit for Penn State, what he's doing at Texas A&M. Those people don't want to hear it. And they think their program is on the cusp of a 10-year run of national championships, even though they haven't done anything as a program for about 30 years. And Mike will probably stay there and end up doing really well. But I think it's somebody, who has head coaching experience, who understands what Penn State is and the unique things about it, but also the promise that it could have. I think you obviously need somebody who can win big games. That's what James Franklin ultimately couldn't do in their estimation, and that's why they fired him. A guy that intrigues me the more I think about him, and he may not be willing to leave Louisville, is Jeff Brom. Jeff's a guy who is 4-4 against the AP top 5. He took Purdue to the Big Ten championship game. He won those big games both at Purdue and at Louisville. Again, very much tied to the city and to the university, but he'd be somebody I would look at if I were Penn State.
Adam, biggest candy week of the year here. What's filling your Halloween bucket tomorrow?
Well, I should avoid all of it, but I do like the Reese's Cups. I'm a Reese's Cups guy, and I will have to limit myself, although it's very difficult with 3 young kids. There will be a lot of candy going in and out of this household.
Well, you subscribe to the dad tax, right? Like when they get, whatever it is, if they bring home 150 pieces between the 3 of them, you're gonna pick a couple of them as the week goes on, right?
The problem is that I'm usually the candy passer. Like they go out in the neighborhood, and I'm just the one sitting there with the big bucket. And that's when you really your willpower is tested as much as possible.
Sometimes in this business we cross paths with people who work at other places. If you come across NBC's Joshua Perry on your travels, will you please mock him because his favorite candy, admittedly, is circus peanuts?
So you want me to mock a 270-pound giant man who
Yes.
can just throw me through the windshield? Okay, I will do that for you because I love you so much.
Thank you, Adam. Have a good have a good holiday. It's Halloween. Who the hell cares? We'll talk to you next week.
Happy holidays.
Thanks, guys.
Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, happy holiday season to you.
Oh, have a very merry Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Dad tax is real, baby.
Oh.
I was talking about it this morning.
Is that bad? Is that wrong?
And actually, it's even better because my kid's got a mouthful of braces, so anything sticky just goes right to me.
I respect how much candy you go out there and get. Now, look, you're going to get the overwhelming majority of it. We can all agree to that. I'm just saying we're taking the green light. We're raising you.
We clothe you.
We want a piece of candy. Taking a piece of candy. Sorry, not sorry about it.
Browns fans are very angry about something. I'll tell you what. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Watch for some holdup due to an accident that's on northbound 270's off-ramp to westbound 33, and that's on the North Outer Belt. And we've got some heavier traffic on eastbound 670 from 3rd Street to 71. This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
5 words no one wants to hear. You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today. Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 26 Chevy Trailblazer or 25 Trax, $189 a month. New 26 Chevy Equinox, $239 a month. Or a new 26 Silverado, just $369 a month. Visit CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
When you're building a single-family house, multi-unit house, townhouse, penthouse, row house, or tiny house, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. The Columbus builders who are building Columbus do. They know they can rent the right equipment at the right price right now, thanks to the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus. All powered by people for equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. So no matter what you've got going in or going up, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
I want to tell you about my friends at Victor's Home Solutions. Experts at repairing and installing a nice quality new roof. If you need one of those, it probably weighs on your mind, but that's why they are here. They've got thousands of 5-star ratings for customer service and their high quality craftsmanship. They can offer you a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. You go with that option, you're never going to have to worry about a thing. They focus on a lot of the little things too. Their communication, showing up on time for the appointments, their precision, and they leave your yard better than they found it. That's great. They might even cut the grass for you. That might be a little extra. I don't know. And since no one wants to pay the high interest rates, limited time, Victor's offers a 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. Get you that free 21-point roof inspection. Tell you everything you need to know. 866-VICTORS or go online, victors.com.
Fishy has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, T-Bone and Tyvis get things started at 6 o'clock. At 6:30 tomorrow morning, they are giving away crew playoff tickets. That's for Sunday's game.
Beautiful.
So be listening at 6:30
We got to do something. Got to do something in that game.
Well, yeah.
Or you lose.
You have to win.
Over.
That's the end of that.
Yes, it is.
Which I don't think this team is in store for a long playoff run. But if you can knock off FC Cincinnati and piss in their Cheerios, I'd be happy about that. Plus, on this show tomorrow, it is Go to Jail Friday. We got Pick Your Parlay. We got Final Walkthrough. A lot of pizzazz tomorrow.
You know, one thing that we were asking people to start feeding us some stuff. Anything you want us to talk about with head basketball coach Jake Diebler, who is going to saunter in here a little bit before 5 o'clock, and we'll spend the hour together. I wonder, we have enjoyed the eggnog now. I've never been a big eggnog guy, but the wonderful folks from Hartzler brought some of it in. Very, very generous. A whole case came in here, and I thought it was spicy and delicious.
I told you, man.
And I wonder if he enjoys that.
Once you have that, No going back to regular nog.
Because I know he played his last year of high school ball when his dad was the coach at Upper Sandusky, and he's
Sandusky.
Sandusky.
Upper Sandusky.
Upper Sandusky. Up around Cedar Point.
Went to high school.
Shut up.
Up in Sandusky.
Shut up. Northern Ohio. I wonder if he enjoyed the Hartzler eggnog growing up, or if he still does.
Delicious. All right, Browns fans are pissed off. Some jabron. Daryl, is it Reuter?
Reuter?
Of 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland, posted a screenshot yesterday of a survey from the team regarding the possibility of PSL, personal seat licenses, at their new Brook Park Stadium. All right. That would be quite the thing if they had that. According to the Cleveland Plain Dealer, the proposed PSLs will range from a very low price of $500 to $149,000.
Jesus.
Shit.
Oh, my God.
I saw a tweet from our guy, McNeil.
Yeah.
Right.
I think his family has had some seats there.
Well, here's what McNeil, Reflog18 on Twitter, had to say. With the proposed pricing at the new Cleveland Browns Stadium, my 6 tickets, section 310.
There you go.
Will go from $24,600 current for the season to $131,100 in year one with PSL, an increase of $106,500. Plus, parking goes from $300 to $1,800.
Oh, my God.
WTF.
Oh, my God. Well, I have the solution to that. We're not buying them, right? Isn't that everybody's solution?
Of course.
That sucks, but that's the reality of that for most people.
For a lot of people, these tickets have literally been grandfathered in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're passed down. You have certain seats in certain locations, and you move to a new place with a PSL. This happened at Soldier Field back in the day when they did the renovations back then. You had families that had season tickets, and they were given first option in the new place, too, to keep their tickets in the same location. The problem was they couldn't afford the extra fees and the PSLs that went along with the standard ticket rates, and a lot of those families dropped out, or they had to move their tickets to the bleeders to keep them.
I wouldn't think that Cleveland Browns football is the organization that could get away with these kind of prices.
Well, now,
I guess,
to be fair to them,
I guess they're going to call our bluff because
they're not saying they're doing it.
They're proposing it.
They're exploring the possibility of it. Make a big enough stink, fans. I tell you this all the time. You can make a difference with your voice.
Yeah.
Make a huge stink, and you shame the hell out of them. All right? The same way that the Haslams were going to come down here, buy the crew. By the way, very, very thankful for that. Thank you for coming down, saving the crew. You changed the logo. Weren't a big fan of that, but you won the title, and we let you live. But their initial goal was to change the color scheme. They were going to go away from the current crew color scheme until the fans made a huge stink about it, and they didn't. You can make a huge stink about these PSLs and say explicitly, I'm not buying this crap. So if you think Northeast Ohio is going to support these ridiculous fees, it's not going to happen. They listen if they're good business people, and they don't do it.
It's just not right, is what it comes down to. You know, like, isn't there
They'll say it's right if people are willing to pay it.
I don't agree with that, though, because I think for everything that you just illustrated, it means a lot to a lot of different people. And I think in business, sure, you are trying to, everyone's looking for profit margins. I'm not saying that you don't get to have that. But I think there's also something about fair pricing, you know, and making sure that some of your middle class families, working class people who love watching football and generations of theirs went to games, bought tickets. They had their fair opportunity to get tickets for a decent price. And, you know, if we're going to have to sit up top, then we have to sit up top, right? I understand how that works. The lower class, the middle class, you might have to sit in the 300 level. The more money you make, you get into the middle. Yeah, that's
Jack from the Titanic.
That's Jack Dawson up from the Titanic. You could get into that club level, then lower level, the more money you're making. I understand all that. A football stadium in an NBA arena, it basically is class systems at work, right? You can just see the class systems as you kind of go from the top to the bottom of the arena or the stadium.
They had this when they built the Shot. They had PSLs with the Shot. And a lot of people didn't renew their tickets, or they had to move to different places.
It happens in all sports. I mean, they're not the first team to try to do this. I just think that you need to be cautious, and you can't go too crazy and freeze everybody out that really loves your team.
Ross Bjork talks about how home basketball games will be different this year. Details coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Watch for traffic slowing down due to an accident if you're on Henderson Road at Sawmill Road, and you're hitting about a 15-minute delay if you're on northbound 71 on the north side from 670 to Cook Road. This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com. You're listening to the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report, featuring the latest player injury updates from a fellowship-trained Mount Carmel sports medicine specialist physician, so you know who's in and who's out for this week's games.
Our doctor, as always, is Dr. Brian Galoni. Doc, let's talk injuries. Rough one for the Giants. Cam Scadaboo kind of became an emotional leader for that team at running back. Unfortunately, had a dislocated ankle. It was not facing the correct direction, so he went to the hospital in Philadelphia. That was where the Giants were playing. They had surgery right away, they said. Is that just because the severity of that injury, you have to do surgery to get it reset?
Yeah, T-Bone. Here's the concern. When you get a dislocated ankle that severe, you worry about compromising the circulation and nerve damage down into that foot. I imagine that they got into the emergency room and assessed the ankle and said there's too much risk here. Took him straight to surgery, just mainly to get that thing realigned and make sure that he's not compromising any of those important structures.
Then with Carson Wentz, he had a shoulder dislocation, torn labrum, and a fractured socket. Thing is, this happened back on October 5th when he was playing in England against the Browns, and he's played for another 2 games after that. Obviously, this past week it became too much to bear, and they had to shut him down. That compilation of injuries seems like that would be extremely painful to play through, right?
T-Bone, you would think, but I've seen so many people with dislocated shoulders, and you get that shoulder back in place, and they feel great. They want to go back out and play. It doesn't surprise me this guy's able to keep trying to play through that.
He had the brace as well. I obviously know braces are meant to kind of keep things together, immobilized. What is that specifically doing there?
Once you've dislocated that shoulder, you've torn those stabilizing ligaments. Now you got an unstable joint. Usually those braces are designed to keep you from moving that arm into a position where that thing will pop out more easily.
Great info as always, Doc. We appreciate it. We'll talk again next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report with T-Bone. Mount Carmel, because of you. College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Cornell and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
At Giant Eagle, we're helping bring the holiday magic home. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Because you make the holidays feel like the holidays. Because nothing beats free. From October 16th to November 6th, spend $350 and earn a free turkey on your next visit. Redeem through November 30th. Giant Eagle. Because it matters. Must scan My Perks loyalty card to earn and redeem. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's give more for money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who go above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we honor Alex Osuji. Alex has made an impact by volunteering for the Buddy Walk dance team and is a member of his church's hospitality team. During this Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV in the Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The top-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes return to the gridiron in 2 days when they host Penn State. Head coach Ryan Day said on his radio show today where he's seen improvements from Julian Sayin and what he needs from him on Saturday.
Well, I think anybody watching can just see that he's again another guy whose confidence has grown. He's seeing things quickly. He's getting the ball out of his hand fast. The number one thing is making good decisions and take care of the football. We need him to do that here this weekend.
Kickoff will be at noon on Saturday, and you can catch the action here on The Fan. Nebraska head coach Matt Rule has reportedly signed a 2-year contract extension today that keeps him in Lincoln through the 2032 season. And the NFL Week 9 gets kicked off tonight with the Ravens at the Dolphins. Quarterback Lamar Jackson is expected to make his return tonight for the Ravens. Kickoff is at 8:15. This update is sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
A show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Please subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
I saw a little thing from our friend Beam. He posted this up. I believe he took the day off. He's doing a nice little family Halloween. I know Willie's a young boy. I think I heard they were doing an old McDonald theme.
That's cute.
And this was actually hilarious. I'm driving home, and it was him and Justin Zwick. I like Justin. He's doing a nice job with Beam and on the postgame show. And he's talking about how they were doing this old McDonald thing. And then he got to Meredith, and he said, yeah, and my wife's a cow. Mm-hmm. Just like that. Just the way.
Wife's a cow.
And Zwick stepped in and said, she's going as a cow. You mean, oh, yeah, yes, that's right.
See?
That's right.
That's a good friend right there. Zwicker helping out.
Be real careful how you say that. But I guess he's doing some home projects before they get ready for the trick-or-treat night. And he said he's proud of himself because he just installed a little light fixture. No ceiling fan, just the light. But I'll give him credit for that because I'm like mid-level handy. I'm no Bob Vila when it comes to home projects. I would never mess around with open electrical wiring. That's a non-starter for me.
The worst.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worse than you.
I know.
Actually, I'm not the worst.
You pick up a phone and call.
My father-in-law is the worst. My father-in-law hires people to come hang his pictures.
You just bring me to the house.
First of all, I had you come and help me hang that picture because it was a huge picture. We're putting it in the staircase.
And we couldn't understand how to get this It took us about
the
three,
center. We're
three
idiots.
tries
We're measuring.
to get the center.
We're
point
looking
on the
at it.
wall.
That doesn't look
like,
center.
How can two
We're
idiots
stupid,
not
Timmy.
take a tape measure and pencil off the center point of the wall?
We're stupid.
We are. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees, I guess.
All right, Ross Bjork is the AD over at Ohio State. He's talking about tradition evolved. That mantra was rolled out during football games, but it applies for all sports. We're going to change the way they do things, change the game day experience, because that's a big problem.
You like a nice mantra?
Sure.
You like a nice set of words to
love it.
Like send us into the future?
Tradition evolved. He was talking to Jardy in the Dispatch. He says, we're looking at the game script. When we play music, how we play music, the type of music that we play. The goal's the same, home court advantage. We want people to walk away saying, man, I had fun, and I'm going to come back. He said about the basketball changes specifically, the Arena Bowl will be darker than it's been in the past. Between the lighting and the color of the court, I think the gray court will really pop. People will notice how we're utilizing the lighting system. All right. He says about the music, they got a DJ booth in there. They got a $2.5 million audio system in there, which is slightly less than the system I have in my basement. He says the music will hopefully be a little bit more consistent in terms of the sound quality inside of the building. He says that Ohio State's going to install a new scoreboard next summer.
That's the big boy, like the centerpiece.
Yeah, $5.2 million for that.
You got to make sure that you install that properly. So it doesn't fall.
Good call, Timmy. Yeah. We don't want the giant Jumbotron falling down.
Do you know the old story about might be the Charlotte Coliseum? It was like the day that it was set to open. You've read that story, right?
It fell down.
Fell down. Imagine the sheer horror. Anything like that ever occurring.
It'd be one of the biggest stories in the history of sports.
Mankind.
I don't know about mankind, but it's pretty bad.
Well, mankind, it'd be a bigger story than Mankind the wrestler, but
I've always said, though, if you're gonna get rid of something, all right, look at these defunct malls all around town now. Right, I think they
Westland Mall, Eastland Mall. Take a walk around Tuttle.
I was there this past weekend.
No,
yeah.
Why?
I had to stop inside one of the Macy's.
You go to Scene 75, you son of a gun,
to get some Frango mint chocolates.
They got the Frangos there.
They do, and I boycott Macy's for all other things, but that's the only place I can get my Frangos. Anyway, so I go in there and I say, you know what the hell? I'm going to take a spin around the mall.
Of course you are.
I wanted to shoot up heroin. That's how depressing.
And I'm sure if you turn the right corner,
they have heroin or us.
Get some.
But what I think is, if you're going to get rid of these things, if you're going to knock them down, let's do it with some pizzazz. Let's really blow them up. And then maybe
blow them up or implode them like a Vegas casino implosion.
We'll do an action movie. All right? We'll do an action movie. It'll be some big explosion sequence. The terrorists have targeted a Midwest mall, and we blow the hell out of that thing up. When they take that scoreboard down to replace it, let's actually have it.
Can we
crash down to the floor?
Can we just do a whole Schottenstein Center thing? Forget about the scoreboard.
Oh, you're scratching me where I itch.
What was the?
Let's blow up the whole thing.
What was the movie from the 80s or early 90s that took place in an arena?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was in Pittsburgh. They did it.
Oh, what was that called? Like not Center.
No, what was it?
Sometimes I feel like I'm running.
I want to say sudden death.
Sudden death. That's
that
right.
it?
Sudden death. Right. He's like running up
on
on the
thin
catwalk
ice
and everything.
Well, he had to save his daughter or something.
Not on
Wasn't
thin
that
ice.
On Thin Ice was the one. I was thinking of.
We should get Jean-Claude Van Damme to do some kind of movie where he saves the day at the Schottenstein Center.
Who's the younger version of that now?
Yeah. What would the storyline be? We get everybody out of the arena just in time. Like the last person is running from the Schottenstein Center and
it's Lori. It's hello. I'm running from press row.
She bounces on a trampoline and just catapults away
and
with
then
the explosion behind
everybody is outside. They're safe. They're saying, oh, thank God. But then Lori runs them over with her car. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoopsie daisy.
And then Ross Bjork is there at the podium.
Hey, how did the music sound?
No, he's saying, we are going to rebuild the Schottenstein Center brick for brick.
And everybody
just the way that it
like
was.
A slow clap. It's like, no, let's Let's not.
Let's not. Let's say that we did.
Yep.
Let's do something completely different. Look, I mean, I could say this until I'm blue in the face. Maybe we get into this with Jake Diebler. You know what he's going to say about his own environment, his own arena.
But I'm going to ask him some questions about it.
But we talked about this a couple weeks ago with sports venues in a different sense with ballparks. And we talked about Camden Yards. There was a story about the Rams are out there. Got us talking about baseball parks and how they started to pop up with more character. And Camden Yards gets a lot of credit for that, for the way that baseball stadiums were built. I think basketball venues follow that mold too. You take a look around. You see what the capacity is for them. You see just the way that the brick and the steel and the glass is used on the exterior. I think the newer basketball venues, whether that's NBA, but a lot of college basketball venues as well, they have very, very sleek architectural designs from the outside. They're built more in mind to bring the fans closer to the court. See, that's the big thing. That's the issue. And I respect how Ross is making this a thing to take what he has. He, at the moment, can't snap his fingers and make the Schottenstein Center disappear. He has what he has to work with. It's just, you can't, when it's doubled for hockey and for basketball. My problem is those behind the hoop seats, they jut so far out. They go away from the basketball court. And these ones that are built smaller, at like a 10,000 to 12,000 seat capacity, you're bringing in the noise. Everybody's closer. Those behind the basket seats, they go straight up. You're close. It's fun. And if he wants people to leave and say, man, I had a lot of fun, I don't know ultimately how we do that unless we fix something with bringing everybody closer to the action.
You're right. You can't snap your finger and automatically change the venue. You can tweak some things in there, which Ross is trying to do, and I'm making jokes about it, but we'll see how it works. Not a big fan of the court design, but
I'll give it its chance. Right. If he's talking about the lighting in the bowl and the light gray court, I've spoke my piece about colorful basketball courts, but I'll see. I'll give it a shot.
I mean, there's one really surefire way to get people excited and coming back. I know this is an antiquated notion, but win games. Get people excited about the product, and they will come. I have been going to games at the Shot for a long time. I got a lot of problems with it. But I've also been in that place where it's been loud. It's been rocking.
Yeah.
Because the team was something to see.
When you get some of those weekend games, and you're right. You're right. That's why, like, in a perfect world, I've explored some of these other programs out there that have dual capacities where you can do something with your upper bowl and you can maybe block it with not just a black curtain, but with an LED board that actually will enhance everyone's experience in the arena when we're, selling tickets to the IU Indy type of game or the lower Division I opponent when it's not a rockin' Big Ten opponent or a big non-conference game against a Duke or a North Carolina type.
Ryan Day with his radio show today. You will hear from the coach coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 10-minute holdup on westbound 270 on that north outer belt from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. And you're also looking at a 10-minute holdup on eastbound 33 from Refugee Road to Ebright Road. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic, sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of our specialties here at Pella Wilson is getting rid of old, smaller windows with no view and replacing them with huge, beautiful windows that can change the look and feel of your home.
We tried that once, but we cut the hole a bit too big, so we had to put in a garage door instead. In their dining room.
Wilson.
Didn't improve the view, but they do have a drive-through now. So you're welcome, Gruball family.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport. $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
48 lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee. $395 disposition fee at lease ends. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
Make your Halloween a good deal spookier at Meyer with frighteningly good low prices. Get 25% off Halloween costumes and 40% off pet costumes. Select varieties of club-sized Halloween candy are 20% off, and Halloween tableware is 25% off. The selection and savings at Meyer are enough to make you go wonderfully batty. You see what I did there, batty? Halloween at Meyer. Always a ghoulishly good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pig Music Program.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and some showers tapering off on this Thursday. Temperatures holding in the upper 40s. Overnight down to the upper 30s with partly cloudy skies and showers out, but it will be brisk on your Friday morning. The winds continue during the day, but we'll see some sunshine, temperatures back in the mid-50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
It's Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
Also, Jake Diebler will join the program live in studio, 5 o'clock hour. We pay off on the tees. And what do you think about another Too Hot, Teddy? You ready for one of those?
Too Hot.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Ryan Day with his radio show today. Urban Meyer will be ringing the victory bell before the game. Here is Ryan Day talking about Urban's impact.
It's great to see him recognized, and he's a huge influence on my life and so many people here, and one of the best coaches in the history of college football. And I'm sure he'll be ringing that bell real loud on Saturday. But it's when you think back on just coming up in the profession and some of the things that happened to you, one of the best things that happened to me was being around him and just seeing how he does things. And there's so many different areas, but just how he pushed everybody in the building every day to be great. And there was no time for anything other than what needs to get addressed in that moment. And he just it was all about getting better on a daily basis, and then pushing guys to the highest level and then maximizing them. And there were so many lessons you learn about the game of football, about how you recruit, about how you motivate, and so much in debt for what he's done for me, and obviously everyone here at Ohio State for what he did for the program.
We have it in this business too. You're always going to feel a sense of gratitude to the person who looked at you and said, "I believe in you."
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what Urban said to Ryan Day. Look, dude, I believe in you. And it's worked out to the point where they won a championship together, and now Ryan Day's won a championship by himself. So he's always going to have those types of feelings for Urban.
Look, I mean, I think when you compare what their resumes are at Ohio State, the one thing, and
it's a one big thing.
We know, and this has to drive Ryan Day nuts. We know that it does. Keeps him up at night, and every driving force in him wants to get that rivalry tipped back in the right direction. There's nothing you can do to match Urban Meyer at this point. No need to even worry about it. He never lost one game to those guys, but there is still time. If you get back to 500, that's step one. Step one's winning this year, and then you work to get back to 500 in that series, and then just do the best that you can.
Well,
in a good classic rivalry, you stay at a place long enough, you're not going to beat someone. You're not going to go 13-0
continue to
against
win the
another
game.
great team.
And he can do something that Urban didn't do.
Win a second.
And Tress didn't do.
Yeah.
Right. Win a second. All right, one more. This is Ryan Day talking about how, look, the job's not done. We're the number one team in the country. We got a new month starting up here in November. We're just getting started. We haven't accomplished anything yet.
We're just getting started.
That's what I said.
This to me, this is like the start of the season. Now here we are. We're in November, and here it comes. So good to see us. Get a couple good practice under our belt the last couple of days.
Thought that clip was longer. My apologies.
What did it say on it?
Didn't even get a bullwhip in there in time.
Can you see the time?
Yeah, I just
stamp
didn't. I didn't
on
even look at it.
It was 11 seconds?
I didn't even look at it. Let me see what else I can play you.
What was the writing into that clip? The exact writing into that
says,
clip?
"We're just getting started.
Play it now.
November's a brand new season." That was the description, and here's how it starts.
We're just getting started. This to me, this is like the start of the season. Now here we are. We're in November, and here it comes. So good to see us. Get a couple good practice under our belt the last couple of days.
We'll have to have a talk with one of our good, clean boys.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Penn State, how it's going to be a war. Go.
They're a good team. Certainly the running backs run hard. The offensive line is as good as they were a month ago. It's just they haven't quite found the rhythm yet. And we know that. So this is going to be a battle. Always is against Penn State. You know that. All the games we played against them at home or on the road. And I'm glad we got them at home. But this is going to be a war. And so, we got to do everything we can at noon to make sure we're playing our best football.
Haven't found the rhythm yet, Timmy. Want to know why?
Why?
They suck.
That's why. They stink. They can't beat anybody that's good. Here's where I want to double down on it. And look, as we continue to get into the season, and if certain things aren't going to work, then we know what you got to do. You got to rely on your bread and butter and go back to letting the ball fly and let Julian Sands sit in the pocket, do his thing, because they look, as an offensive line, they're pretty good at pass protection. But I think the challenge has gone out to each and every one of the offensive linemen and everyone in that running back room to get this run game figured out, to at least get it to a respectable point where you have some good balance should you want to do that. And with Penn State, they're giving up over 200 rushing yards per game in conference play. We've seen what Bo Jackson can do. We've seen C.J. Donaldson in the short yardage situations. But this Ohio State run game They're ranking near the bottom of the Big Ten, and this is the perfect type of football game to start getting that fixed. I want to see it on Saturday.
All right, noon kick, of course. Catch all the action right here on the Fan. It is Too Hot Thursday.
Too hot.
What do we got, Teddy?
All right. You know how much I don't like to talk about T-Bone and Tyvis and Bo and everybody being on the show.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I may have another.
All right.
I may have another cut of them, and if I can get my, I'm just stalling here.
You don't have the cut, though.
This is really...
Well, I had
you
it.
talked about
I got it
You
now.
just don't have it.
No, because I got a lot of screens up here.
This
so
is really
put together.
I had to flip back and forth between the whip and everything else.
Well, how you doing now?
Yeah,
You
I'm playing the whip. I got a toggle.
I know.
Use the
toggling.
Use the hotkeys.
I am using the hot.
They're
keys.
hot.
They're not. They're kind of cool. Cool keys.
They're too hot. Too hot.
All right, here we go. Bo chatting about how he's not a big fan of turkey, and he was telling T-Bone and Tyvis about that.
I'll just ask you one question.
Okay.
You've all been out to dinner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In your lives. With
Oh,
your
yeah.
wives. You've been to white tablecloth places. You've been to non.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen turkey on the menu?
I mean, yes, but
No, you have not.
okay.
Unless you're a Der Dutchman.
What? Yes, that's one of the places we
Boston
go.
Market.
They have. They
Firehouse
sometimes
Subs. You're not going
sometimes
to Ruby's joint and they're having roast turkey.
They might around Thanksgiving.
No, they wouldn't. No, because it's not good.
You know what? I'm gonna test it out.
All you got to do is pivot to the whole roasted chicken, and now you got a better bird.
Now,
So let me get this right. You must be a prime rib guy on Thanksgiving.
No, I just suffer through it. Just give it to me.
You got to learn how to cook that turkey, man. First of all, go to Bob Evans. It's a fine restaurant. They got roast turkey right there. You get a whole Thanksgiving meal right there for you.
Yeah, they do. They do that.
You go to
There's
the-
a number of restaurants that will bring out the turkey for the season. You could probably start getting it the next week. It'll probably be on menus.
Fine Columbus institution, the Press Grill.
Oh, Press Grill.
They used to have a weekly, I think they still do, turkey dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, all the fixins. If you cook turkey right, it's delicious.
I will side with Bo on this in that I am pro going with whatever you love on Thanksgiving.
That's fine.
And you don't have to be
But
beholden to
don't
the turkey because
tell
everyone
me
says so.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
But don't tell me that the turkey's bad. Let me have my turkey. You have a smoked turkey, Timmy?
I have not smoked a
you
turkey.
go over to, no, I'm not saying you smoke a
No,
turkey.
I have
you had a smoked turkey? You go to the city barbecue, you
course I had
go to the
smoked
honey
turkey.
baked ham. They got the smoked turkeys there.
I told you about the honey baked ham.
The
It's-
breasts,
come on.
They're succulent.
Yeah, my go-to move, because I agree, roasting the turkey. If you live in a house like ours, unless you have like a $6,000 convection oven, a really nice oven where the temperature controls itself the exact way it needs to, we have a gas oven, so that can sometimes be finicky with what the temperatures are. You can use the internal thermometer though to see how that goes, but it's a process. You got the brining to do a roast turkey really well, where it's even more succulent than I'd hoped. You have to be on top of that, and I like to enjoy myself on Thanksgiving. I don't like to be stuck in the kitchen all damn day. And
You don't need to
Sarah's
be on
the same
top
way.
of it. You just need a
do.
plan. No, you don't.
You need to be on top
You
of
don't.
it.
There's no
You can't-
basting required. You don't baste anymore.
You overcook that turkey. And that thing gets even a little dry.
You don't
It
overcook
sucks.
it. And people make the mistake of cooking the entire turkey. Unless you have dark meat eaters in the family. You know, and to me, turkey dark meat is chicken dark meat.
I'm okay with the turkey
I
dark
love.
meat.
Right, but what I'm saying is you just concentrate on the breast. You're trying to do too much.
Yeah.
You're trying
Just
to
buy
run
the breast.
before you walk.
Don't
Just
buy the whole bird.
Buy a breast.
Yeah.
Don't worry, but people want to get like the Norman Rockwell look where it's like, oh, look at that brown skin. Screw the skin.
Yeah.
Get the meat.
You put
extra
the little
juicy.
You put the little things on the turkey legs to kind of dress it up while it's sitting there on the platter.
Oh, the
They're all
little,
the
little paper
little leg warmers. Yeah,
the frillies or whatever.
Ooh, little frilly guys. I do for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been getting the honey baked ham smoked turkey. It is delicious. It's like 35 bucks.
There you go.
It's pre-cooked.
Okay.
It's pre-sliced.
Buy that.
You
Enjoy
warm
your
that up.
holiday.
That's how I enjoy my turkey. We might go with a little barbecue flair. I like to have the cornbread stuffing as one of the sides, mac and cheese. Do some of the fun sides. buy one of the entrees, takes a little bit of the pressure off in the kitchen. It's a great plan.
Can I do a little turkey noise for you?
Oh, gobble, gobble. Thank you, Peter Gammons.
Alive?
You
Yeah,
love
we
doing that.
just saw him.
Oh, yeah. He was not looking the greatest.
He's old.
Old guy.
He's
Sandy Koufax. Good to see him around at the games with Magic. Magic, great tweeter.
Yeah.
A lot of detail.
He doesn't do it himself.
Well, he says, well, it is a Game 5 tonight between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Whoever wins this game will take control of the series.
He's not wrong.
Thanks, Magic.
I got some news about Flacco, my Cracko.
Flacco, my Cracko.
And Trey Hendrickson coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is a little stop and go and causing about a 15-minute delay if you're on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. We also have a 15-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and Morse Road. This report is sponsored by Middlefield Bank. Middlefield Bank, helping neighbors enjoy life with personalized banking solutions at 6 area locations. Stop in their new Westerville branch at 450 Altair Parkway and check out their grand opening specials. Find an MB near you at middlefieldbank.bank today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Hey, we were talking earlier about the Browns possibly implementing PSLs with the new stadium in Brook Park. I just saw that the 1-7 Jets, who are terrible, but beat the Bengals, who are also terrible, they are raising their season ticket prices for 2026. Of course they are.
Oh, they were just waiting for that one victory?
Mm-hmm.
They
got their
get
win.
everybody
Now,
behind them?
now we can announce
Now
it.
you're going to pay.
Yeah. The total price hike, per the spokesperson, is a 3.5% hike throughout the stadium, which obviously means you have the Richie Riches who will pay a higher percentage. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they're raising season ticket prices for a team that's awful. Speaking of a team that's awful, Bengal time.
Flacco, my Cracko.
I still don't believe
defense is awful.
I still don't believe that he's a Cincinnati Bengal when you play that clip.
He is?
Still in my mind, I think Cleveland Browns, and it's wild what has unfolded this season.
He is dealing with the strained AC Slater joint in
Albert
his
Clifford.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That's right. So he is up in the air for Sunday against the Bears. Also, Trey Hendrickson is dealing with a hip. Re-aggravated his hip this past weekend, and so he is up in the air. Did not practice yesterday.
Oh, that's good, because a defense without Trey Hendrickson.
What's the difference? You could put Jesus Christ on that defense. They suck.
JC back there, he's going to help them out a little bit.
We can only do so much.
Be a good.
What would you play, like a little safety?
No, he's a corner.
He's a corner?
He's quick. The lockdown.
Safety sort of just hovers in that zone.
Ball hawking and lockdown corner. He's like an 11 interception guy a year. Yeah.
Think he gets a little handsy with the PI?
Who was your guy with the Cowboys, Teddy? JC's going to have more picks than him.
Deron Bland?
Deron Bland ain't nothing.
He'll be bland in comparison.
He will be
to
bland.
JC. All right, it's too hot day today. What?
Too hot.
My thing's on a lag.
Lagging?
Yeah, it's lagging.
Too hot. Didn't seem to lag that time.
Zeta! What do you got, Teddy?
All right, let's go off the board here a little bit since I've been, picking on T-Bone and Tyrus and Bo.
Are you picking on him or are you just highlighting?
Free promotion we give him. Yeah,
that's true.
Why do you
really
say picking on?
Yeah, I don't know. Just
we like everybody.
Exactly. That's why we
Well, that's Timmy. Don't say stuff
don't lie.
that is clearly ridiculous. All right.
All right. You're all familiar with Mark Schlereth, right? He's a former NFL.
Mark who?
Schlereth.
Schlereth?
Yeah.
Spielman could not pronounce his name ever.
Is that you did that on purpose?
Yeah, Stink.
Yeah, that's what he was. Oh, Mark Schlereth.
Let's call him Stink.
Good for you.
That's what he goes by, right?
Stinky.
Yeah, and he was on a podcast the other day, and they were asking him about what his biggest travel beef is, and he was trying to be nice and polite, and then he thought of something, and let's give this a listen.
All right.
I will say one thing that irritates me is people that don't know how to travel. Like, nobody wants to see your feet in flip-flops on a plane. Not one person. Nobody wants to see you in a tank top with your armpits hanging out. That drives me insane. Have some couth about you and, dress appropriately. Put on a pair of
Can I ask you this?
Put on some shoes.
Should the people in flip-flops on airplanes, should they be executed?
Well, I don't know about that, but I always pee on the floor to make sure. I've seen people walk in in socks in the bathroom. I always pee on the floor to make sure if you walk in socks, you're getting urine on your feet.
All right, I have no notes for the actual content of that. I agree with him 100%, but I do have questions. First of all, what podcast is this? And was that Susan Waldman?
No.
That was hosting the podcast?
That's a guy named Nick
You're going to have to bear with me here because you know me. I cry at Cinderella.
That was a dude?
I thought that was Steve Urkel.
No, it's Nick Costos. He's with You Better You Bet.
Oh.
I can't
betting
believe
show.
that was a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude.
All right. Hey, let him live. But
yeah, it's great. I agree with everything that Stink was talking about.
Everything.
I mean, I don't know what's
I'm even pro-execution.
Me too.
I agree with she about the execution.
I mean, come on. We've established that already with the Go to Jail Fridays. Anyone that is barefoot on a plane, that is death penalty. We have established that. I hadn't even thought of the tank tops with pits and pit hair, big old dangly ones.
I feel
hanging
the same thing. Look, I know it gets hot in there. I get it. But I've seen cooks in restaurants wearing tank tops with their pits hanging out.
Ooh.
It's just a bad visual. I know that there's weird stuff going on in the kitchen. I get it. It's all gross. I just don't want to see the gross.
I don't want to know how that sausage is made.
I don't want to see your pits. I understand that every single time that I go into a restaurant and I get something with mushrooms, I'm eating fecal matter. It's dirt. It's disgusting. Think about that, Timmy. I know you're not a big mushroom guy, but I buy the mushrooms at home and I take them and I clean them and I get all the dirt off. You see what's on those mushrooms. It's garbage.
Yeah,
it's literal dirt.
You have to thoroughly rinse those.
You got to get those things clean. You think they're doing that in the restaurant?
No.
No.
They're
not doing that.
There's probably a very, very limited cleaning process.
They run it through.
Quick once over,
it's
run
clean.
it through the water.
You're
good to go.
eating poo.
Yeah.
Yet I'm the idiot who continues to order it.
You stick to very fancy restaurants. You think at Hyde Park they're back there in tank tops? Not a chance. They're wearing nice shirts back there. All of the chefs.
You think they're in tuxedos?
Well, they're not in tuxedos, but they're wearing fine garments that are suitable for that kind of work. Too hot.
What else you got, Teddy?
All right, let's give Rothman and Ice a little love. They were talking with their producer, Cole, and apparently 2 days ago, I got this study from today, but a couple days ago, Dane Sanzenbacher was on, and he was making fun of Cole because Cole said something about polishing it off. And he was talking about, eating like a sub or sandwich like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Dane
phrase
was
you use.
saying, made fun of him for using that phrase. And then they brought it up again today, and Rothman had some comments about it. So let's give a listen.
All right. Look, man, I don't think that Mike Tomlin's terrible or anything, but this is just so boring. And
you just don't want to keep polishing off those Lombardis.
Hey, that's a phrase.
Of course it's a phrase. I told you it's a phrase on Friday.
I know.
My dad used to say it all the time. Boy, you really polished off that sandwich.
And
I don't know why that would... Dane took that to
Dane
a
made me
weird
feel weird
level.
about that.
And my dad would say, boy, you really inhaled that.
I was polishing off a sub. I mean,
absolutely.
When
I heard you say that,
I had a few more bites of a sub.
Yeah, just polish it off. Yeah.
That's a phrase.
It is a phrase.
I'm kind of with Dane on it. I'm kind of out on
too
that.
old school?
No, it's not just polishing off food. It just, my mind doesn't connect.
My dad,
those two things. Let
me just polish off the last bite of this sub before we move on to the next segment.
My mind connects. Makes perfect sense to me.
I love it.
I love a good polish off.
I think it's a good, clean phrase.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's get your minds out of the gutter. And the thing about Dane Sanzenbacher is that he has the appearance of a good, clean boy.
But he's really just a deviant?
He's a miscreant. He's the worst. There's not a good bone in that Sanzenbacher body of his.
Mm-hmm.
And I love him for it.
So what does their mind think? Like polishing the knob? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes. You nailed it.
All right. Look, I'm all for a good penal analogy.
Penal. But what about where's that on the penal code?
It's in the colony.
It's in the colony. Ted, you want to do one more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Too hot.
Let's squeeze this one in. Dom,
Squeeze it.
Dom was on with Bo the other day, and they had their Tuesdays with Tiberi. And Dom is really frightened about this Penn State game. And he talks about, there's something to be worried about with Penn State.
I told Adam King the other day, there's nothing more dangerous than an injured mountain lion. What is that? I said, I'm telling you, these guys.
When have you encountered an injured mountain lion?
Let me tell you something. One time I was marching
running
the
around Dublin.
That mountain range. I was out there, just me. I was doing a little Bear Grylls.
Out at Mad River.
Yeah,
Mad River. Do they have some mountain lions that I'm unaware of?
Listen, sir, you're from where they have grizzlies and mountain lions.
We have them. Yeah, I've seen them.
Let me ask you a question. If there's one injured, do you want to mess with it?
Not typically, but I don't really want to mess with a healthy one either, to be fair.
Yeah, well, these guys, it would make their season to come in here and beat the number one ranked team in the country, wouldn't it?
I'm so tired of hearing that. Oh, it would make their season. It would make anyone's season to beat Ohio State. The Buckeyes deal with this every single week.
I disagree. I contend that it would not make Penn State's season. You think beating Ohio State on the road now is going to make any of them feel better? They still have a whole lot more work to do to even get to bowl eligibility. I call that wasting a good win. It would be, they're not going to do it, but it would be poetic, right? It's Virginia Tech was doing this for a long time. They came in and beat Ohio State on the road, as we all famously know, in 2014. What did they do with that? I think they logged a 6-win regular season.
They did nothing.
Does that really make you happy?
Ohio State went out one national championship.
They went out won the national championship. Does that make you happy as a Hokie fan? That makes me more pissed off that you would win a game like that and then do nothing with it. I'm a Penn State fan. I'm saying, don't win the game this year. We needed it all those other years when you had great teams and you were never primed and ready to do it.
I want to talk about one of the all-time clowns in the college football coaching profession. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Easton Way and East Broad Street. And if you're on westbound 670 between 5th Avenue and Neal Avenue, there's almost a 20-minute slowdown there. This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football in King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian, there's nothing like it. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years, and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer, and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
With business banking, Tel Ohio Credit Union takes it personally. That's why they are the #1 SBA lender among Ohio credit unions. You are a member, not a number. That's the Tel Ohio difference. Visit telhio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Tel Ohio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CR-V LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
We all got to do home projects every now and then. We've all heard some horror stories, too. Especially you got to get the roof done. That's a big one. Shoddy workmanship, maybe zero to no customer service, and maybe they leave that yard full of nails and
right
debris.
to jail.
Rusty nails. You ever step on a rusty nails? My God.
You get the
go
tetanus.
straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then someone should be going straight to jail for leaving that. That's why you should use Victor's Home Solutions.
Oh, Victor.
They don't leave rusty nails for you to jam your foot into. They've got thousands of 5-star reviews for customer service and their craftsmanship. They can offer, I've been telling you, the 50-year leak-free guarantee on every single high-quality roof they install. You don't want to pay high interest rates either. So for a limited time, they got you with a 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. Start it up with the free 21-point roof inspection. They will tell you everything going on with the structure, with the roof, the attic, ventilation, all of it. So call 866-VICTORS or go online to victors.com.
We have Jake Diebler coming in here for the 5 o'clock hour. We're going to really get down to the nitty-gritty. Of course, we'll talk basketball, but I really want to know Jake as a person and what makes him tick. We also have in the 5 o'clock hour some really, really good seats to give away for Monday's opener against IU Indy. These are not bleeders. These are good seats. Be listening to win.
Nosebleeds? We're not hooking people up like that for the first game.
Sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do. But not for this time.
No. 5 o'clock hour. Be listening to win. Ed Orgeron. He's your guy. He's my guy, too. And we still are trying to figure out what the hell he's saying here.
I'm glad you didn't have that raffle and sell the food. You wouldn't have got past number 1.
I'm glad y'all didn't have that raffle selling that food, or I would have been number 1.
Technically, we all speak the same language. Technically.
But
we don't. Ed Orgeron was the head coach at LSU, and then they paid him a bunch of money to go away because he's bad and everything.
What time you want me to go? Which door you want me to go out of?
So he was asked on ESPN Radio's Unsportsmanlike if he'd like his old job back at LSU. He says, "Are you kidding me? Hey, I'm one phone call away. I just got to get in my truck. I could be there today." That's right.
Well, you mean he's not going to get in his Hummer?
Ooh, Timmy!
Hey, I'm Coach O. I just love my Hummer. I believe the Hummer is the best vehicle on the road. Big, tough, aggressive, and it represents everything that we want at Ole Miss. I have my Hummer. You need a Hummer. Tell them about it, JoJo.
Mississippi, they are here. The new Rogers Dabbs H3 Hummers are here.
The folks at Rogers Dabbs Hummer are first-team players. Come see them.
Rogers Dabbs and Hummer like nothing else. New H3 starting at just $32,000.
Love it.
We got to get Jake Diebler a commercial like that.
With the music?
Sure, why not?
Who picks that music?
It's Mississippi.
Interesting selection.
It's Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Timmy?
You ever going to go to Mississippi?
I will live and die, my friend.
Me too. What about
live and die?
What about Alabama?
Nope. You know how I feel about
Arkansas?
South? Nope.
No.
Not gonna happen. I did see some audio from Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry talking about the LSU coaching search and how it's going to go down. Because this is the governor now. It's not the AD talking.
The governor.
It's not the school president.
It's like Mike DeWine talking.
This is the governor of the state of Louisiana.
I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
Who did he say? What did he say?
He's talking about the AD.
What did he say?
At, what's his guy's name?
Play it again.
Scott Woodward or whatever his name is?
I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
Scott Woodward?
Scott Wolf from Party of Five. Here's another clip from the governor.
Foosball. You playing the foosball behind my back?
Do they just go right to Central Casting and get this guy? This is a real guy that you elected governor?
I say.
Here is more Jeff Landry on how they're going to find a coach.
I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach.
All right.
Boy, I tell you what.
Hold on. One real quick thing on that.
You're going to lose all your fancy foosball games, and you're going to fail your big exam.
Why? Because foosball is the devil. That's why, Bobby Bush, eh?
My God.
Yeah, remember the time when Bobby Bush and the Mud Dog won the Bourbon Bowl?
Sometimes I wish we could go back in time. Jefferson Davis sends his Pony Express. We're going to secede from the Union, and Lincoln just says, all right, cool, man.
Good old Jeff Davis.
Hit it.
Boy.
We're done with you.
What did he
Foosball. You playing the foosball behind my back?
Play the first cut again? I want to hear him try to say the name of the athletic director.
What is his
at LSU.
name? Is it Scott Woodward?
Scott Woodward.
Scott Woodward. He's saying Scott Woodward.
I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
That's amazing.
Coach O in the running. No, he's not.
No. I would like to see your little Vanderbilt fantasy come to fruition,
Can
though.
you imagine after a couple beers, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry and Ed Orgeron get together and they start shooting the stuff?
I'm glad you only have that Ralph and Salafus. You would never got past number one.
I mean, sometimes you got like the Cockney accents from England, right? Where they actually put subtitles underneath them. Like, you need subtitles to understand those guys.
100%. Yeah, you do. You need subtitles for those guys. I can't understand a damn word out of their mouths.
You know what I'd love to see? And I've seen some more people talk about it today. I would love to see good old Chuckles, Nick Saban, go back on down to LSU, finish up his career. Love to see it.
Well, I mean,
love to see it.
People were talking about, like, what would the dollar amount have to be to get him back into coaching? It just would be, it would be fitting with everything that Nick Saban talks about with where NIL is at this point to then demand the largest salary in the history of college football.
Of course.
It would seem a little hypocritical the way that he's been talking.
Nick Saban, a hypocrite? No.
Shit.
You know what was the worst thing about Bill Cosby is the hypocrisy. I always thought it was the raping.
Me too. That was the worst part.
Jake Diebler, Ohio State men's basketball coach, will join us coming up in just a few minutes in studio. We're going to dig down deep into his soul. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at almost a half-hour delay if you need to travel on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and Morse Road. And we've got just a couple-minute delay on northbound 270 on that west outer belt from Tuttle Crossing Boulevard to 33. This report is sponsored by Ohio's Secretary of State. Ohio's election is November 4th, and you have 3 convenient ways to vote: early in-person voting, absentee voting, and voting on Election Day. Find everything you need at voteohio.gov. That's voteohio.gov. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. Making it happen.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show. It's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com. And we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Shop Meyer and get a head start on your gifting list with early holiday deals. There's something for everyone. Yankee Candle large jars are 40% off. Get 20% off select Lego City and Friends building sets. Select board games like Clue or Scrabble are just $15 each. And Element 40-inch smart TVs are 50% off. Save a good deal more on the gifts they can't get enough of at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Aaron, I'm freaking out a little that you're giving away $500 in free repairs whenever someone buys a new water heater.
When people are faced with an unexpected expense, an unexpected gift helps restore balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO. How many things can our plumbers do for $500 or less?
Tons of things.
Like what?
We can repair a toilet that's not working. We can replace a hose bib, install a utility sink or a vanity, run a water line to an appliance, replace a garbage disposal.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Replace a shutoff valve, fix an exposed water leak.
What's an exposed water leak?
It's one you can see. It's not inside a wall and it's not underground.
And we're going to do these sorts of things for free just because a person buys a water heater?
Yeah, for free.
Because we're restoring balance to the universe?
Balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Woo, go to geteco.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The top-ranked Ohio State football team returns to action in 2 days when they host Penn State. Head coach Ryan Day held his radio show today, and he says November is a brand new season.
We're just getting started. You know, this to me, this is like the start of the season. Now here we are. We're in November, and here it comes. So, good to see us. Get a couple good practices under our belt the last couple of days.
Kickoff Saturday will be at noon right here on The Fan. Former member of Zone 6 and current Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba was named Offensive Player of the Month in the NFL with 24 catches, 417 yards, and he hauled in 3 touchdowns. Week 9 gets kicked off tonight with the 2-6 Dolphins hosting the 2-5 Ravens. Quarterback Lamar Jackson is expected to make his return tonight for Baltimore. Kickoff is at 8:15. You can catch the action right here on The Fan at 8 o'clock. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
2 men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Got a special guest this hour. Buckeye basketball head coach Jake Diebler has sashayed in here, and he brought gifts. He's good with bribery. You brought candy.
Not only did he bring candy, but, Jake, we talk about this. It is those that go for the full-size candy bars, full-size Nerds gummy clusters, the Reese's peanut butter cups,
gummy clusters.
A Twix for me and a Twix for you, a whole bag of Kit Kat bars, even like that's a good one. You love the fast break.
Delicious.
Got the big, giant, king-size Reese's fast break. Thank you for this.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Now hand the gummy clusters over to me. One of those.
Okay. Orange bag goes to you. There you go, Jake.
Thanks.
Jake, my daughter actually said to me, did you like gummy clusters when you were a kid? And I said, they didn't have them. They weren't invented. And her mind was blown. that we lived in a time without gummy clusters.
Fun fact. So Gabe Cups on our team, when I was recruiting him out of high school, was coming on his official visit, and we're like, hey, give us some snacks you like and things. He's like, Nerd gummy clusters. I'm like, okay, that's very specific. But I was like, what is that? I had never even had it at that point. And sure enough, we went, and I was like, he told me it's the best candy ever. When someone says something like that, you have to try it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Is he a full-on addict like Marshawn Lynch with the Skittles? Like it's a big thing for him?
I don't want to expose him too much.
Yeah.
He's really improved on his nutrition since high school. But so I went and tried them, and I mean, he's not entirely wrong. Best ever, I don't know, but it's definitely in the top 3 for me.
All right, give me your top 3. I mean, there's that, and then what rounds it out?
Yeah, well, I think a classic Swedish fish.
You see?
For me is
You're another one of those. Swedish fish.
Swedish fish
You
fan
side
right
with
here.
Timmy.
You know,
That's unbelievable.
and then after that, I just dark chocolate.
Wow.
Just straight.
How
dark are we getting?
It could be not like the weird where it's not sweet still.
Okay.
You know, it can't be too crazy, but could be like dark chocolate almonds, you know, whatever. Just I like dark chocolate.
There is I'm the bus stop dad, right? We have a girl in our neighborhood, Evelyn. She likes the 100% dark chocolate.
That's wild.
I'm just saying, she loves it. The more bitter, the better.
That's I don't know what
She's
to
also
say to
a
that.
future serial killer.
Well, I mean, you've got to go to like a fancy chocolatier to get the dark chocolate.
I'm not
like
getting her
that.
the baker's chocolate from the aisle.
Right. You're not getting the semi-sweet bag of the Nestle's. You want to get something good. You could go to the Fudge House. You ever go to Schmidt's, like to the German restaurant down in German Village, and then they have the Fudge Shop, a candy shop right there in the little nook. It's a great little holiday thing. November is my favorite time to have a Saturday night down there. They could hook you up with some really good dark chocolate there.
Sounds good.
This is what you thought you were going to get when you came in here, right?
It's a great time to be a dad. End of October.
Yeah.
You have this humongous excuse to eat sweets, and it doesn't get any better than that.
Well, there's the dad tax too. You take a certain amount of candy.
Yeah, and
just sets them up for life.
I've trained my kids, so they just like. We get in, they just hand, okay, Dad.
Beautiful.
We know you're. So we've got them conditioned. Yeah.
And Jake, with family life, you guys are in the thick of it, right? With 3 little ones. What are their ages these days?
4.
Four little ones. You welcome the fourth child to the family here
7,
recently.
5, 3, and 1.
7, 5, 3, and 1.
Yeah.
My prayers are with you.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
I have
Please
one
don't
8-year-old, and I can't handle it. My God. All right, so you have not only that, you have 4 children at home. Sometimes, depending on the day, you have more children at the basketball facility that you have to deal with. They're a little taller.
The extended family.
Right,
That's right.
Exactly. So off-season almost over. How do you feel that things are going as you head into the regular season next week?
I'm so excited for us to start games. You know, I get asked a lot, what's the difference between this year and last year? And I'll say this, first off, just off the jump, like I love going to practice with these guys every day. They work extremely hard. They're connected. We can coach them hard. And there's this high collective basketball IQ that really has allowed us to grow at a significant rate. Like I feel today we are much further along than we were this time last year going into our first game. Now, you know, we got to go out and do it, right? We got to go out and perform against live competition that counts now. But just as far as how the preparation has gone and the growth of this team, it's been huge. And it's been a lot of fun. Like, I think that's part of it. It's been a lot of fun coaching this group. And I'm excited for, you know, this to kind of come to fruition on the court.
You hear a lot of fans talking about, you know, this team not just getting back to the NCAA tournament, but making moves again. And when you have a rare 4-year player like Bruce Thornton, I mean, I'm sure he wants it as bad as anyone has ever wanted anything. And I'm sure that just makes you and your coaching staff want it that much more. It's for everybody. But when you have an individual that's poured that much into the program, are there people that want to rally around him? Like, he's the leader of this team, right?
I think there's no question, you know, who he is, what he stands for, and how he's operated is almost opposite of the norm, right, in the landscape. Him staying at Ohio State, him, you know, when really he had plenty of opportunities to go somewhere else. And he wanted to be here. He wants to win here. He wanted to get his degree from here. He believes in this program. And so you want it for a guy like that who gives his all every single day. I mean, I wish you could have seen him in practice yesterday. Like his intensity level and the way he's leading, and he's gradually become a better leader each and every year. He's operating at the highest level yet, which is, really impressive and great timing for us as we get ready to start playing.
Jake Diebler joining us here. Now, you talked about he had an opportunity to go elsewhere. The portal is real, right? I mean, we see it all the time. Rosters are reshaped during the offseason. When I first started doing radio, I just did that. I mean, you're a radio guy. The end. Now it's podcast time. It's jump on TV. There's other elements of the job that I didn't necessarily think were going to be part of the job when I first started. How much of your time is dedicated to portal stuff and NIL stuff and all the extra stuff that takes you away from basketball?
Well, I think one of the benefits of this being year 2 for me is this is what I know. Right. Like it's different if I were a head coach 10 years ago and things were done a certain way, or 20 years ago and things were done even a different way back then. So this, kind of chaos is all I know. And it does take a lot of time. There's a lot of aspects that need attention outside of actual coaching. But for me, it always comes back to relationships with players. I mean, there was a time last year where I had to kind of look myself in the mirror and say, okay, like what's going on here? And I got caught up in all the other stuff that I was doing, and it was taken away from my time with being with the players. And so I had to make a course correction right away. And, that helps with retention. It helps with player development, which we still believe in. It helps with guys grow for long after basketball. So for me, it's always going to come back to the players. I have to be spent. Like I'm still doing individual workouts as a head coach.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen in most places across the country. So, but it's about spending as much time as I can with the players and utilizing this, honestly, unbelievable staff I have to help and delegate and help them handle some of the other things.
So you get the full off season under your belt this time. You get the roster set. What's got you most excited about it?
Well, I think after our scrimmage, after our exhibition, we've talked a lot about playing faster. We've talked a lot about the ball moving more. And so far in those two situations, those improvements that we felt like we had made had held true. We've played with great pace. We've had really good offensive numbers. So that excites me. It excites me heading into, Monday night and beyond, because what we're doing, I feel like is working, the changes we wanted to make. And then our size, which was a big deal for us this offseason, we had to get bigger, is helping us on the defensive side and helping us with rebounding.
We have dived in,
We dived?
It just sounds odd.
We dove into it.
We dove into basketball. We're going to continue to dive into basketball, but we also want to dive into the nonsense, too. I want you to think about this as we take a break. You got no place to be. You're in your soft clothes. What are we eating? All right? Take the commercial break. Think about it. Calories don't count. And you have easy access to a toilet. I asked the same question to Ryan Day when he was in here.
I'll be ready when we get back.
And he answered a well-marbled ribeye steak with some
he's got one named after him, right?
At Hyde Park. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to dive into divin, who the hell cares?
All of it.
Jake Diebler's here. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch for an accident that's on northbound 71 on the north side at 17th Avenue. It's causing an hour delay. Emergency crews are on scene and only the right lane is open. It will be stop and go from I-70. We also have a 10-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Westerville Division of Police. The Westerville Division of Police is seeking individuals dedicated to serving, protecting, and strengthening the community. WPD offers an award-winning training academy, tuition reimbursement, generous pay, benefits, and more. To apply, visit westerville.org/joinwpd. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Carpenter here. Are you feeling low energy, trouble focusing, less interest in the things you used to enjoy? How about this? Less strength. It could be low testosterone. Affinity Whole Health is offering free labs to check your testosterone levels. These labs, they're normally $99, but in the month of October, they are free. Sign up now at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Learn why I and thousands of other men trust the experts at Affinity Whole Health. Go to feelgreatcolumbus.com and feel like yourself again.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime at Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly.
Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. And that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Want to have an impact on your community?
Join the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
It's one of the highest paying law enforcement agencies in Ohio.
Make change happen in the community, in the lives of others,
and in your own life.
Apply at sheriff.franklincountyohio.gov.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fans YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Windy, cloudy with showers tapering off on this Thursday. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 40s, so the extra layer as you're trick-or-treating tonight. Overnight down to around 40 degrees with partly cloudy skies and still breezy. It'll be dry on Friday with some sunshine, but still brisk with highs in the upper 50s and winds gusting over 20 miles an hour. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
Jake Diebler is with us for the hour. We have some tickets to give away, Teddy. How you want to do it? Because we have 2 different types of tickets. We have 4 club-level tickets, and we have 2 floor tickets for the game on Monday against IU Indy, formerly known as Ooey Pooey.
So separate pairs of tickets here.
Yes.
Separate pairs.
2 winners.
Separate knobs.
Yeah. We'll give away 1 here and then 1 later.
All right, let's do the 4 club level now. 614-821-9710. If Ted answers the phone and says, you won, then you have won. Jake Diebler's with us. My daughter is 8.5. She loves basketball. She loves football. She loves all things Ohio State. She has been to 6 of your games. You've won all 6.
Give her those tickets we just talked about.
Just saying, you've won all 6. Every time she's gone, she's been on the Jumbotron. Twice, she's been named Meyer fan of the game. She walks in with such an attitude. Like, this is what happens to me every single time I go. They win. I'm on the Jumbotron. Now, I don't want you to do something about the winning. We need to continue to win.
Yes.
But let's stop putting her on the Jumbotron because it's given her a big head. Start putting some ugly adults up there, not just the cute kids.
We'll see what we can do.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see. Anything to help you parent, because, I got my own set of issues when it comes to that. So.
She's very excited about the upcoming season. If you had to analyze this conference right now and what you see, do you think it's a deep conference? Is there a lot of parity in this conference? Obviously, we haven't seen games yet, but you got a feel for the different rosters here. What do you think this Big Ten conference is going to be like?
I think it's the best it's ever been. It's the deepest. Obviously, the transition to 18 teams has been different. But when you look at what each team across the conference has done, quite honestly, I think the amount of money that was spent in the NIL space in the Big Ten, the retention in the Big Ten, the kind of new talent in the Big Ten. I think it's the best. This will be the best the Big Ten has ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Top to bottom, there's not a single night there's not a single game you can look at on the schedule and say, oh, that game we don't have to play great to win. Home, road, it doesn't matter. They're all going to be really tough.
When you analyzed last year and maybe some of the issues, they were all close games. Like we talked about that. They're all a lot of one possession games, but you know how important winning at home is. And that was maybe the biggest thing last season when it all came to an end. You analyze the resume, and it was those home losses that slipped away. What have you maybe learned? I mean, I know every game's a specific situation, but you know as well as anyone the importance of making sure you win as many of those home games as possible.
I think 2 stand out right away, Pitt and Oregon.
Sure.
Where we had leads.
I remember, yeah.
We had leads going into the last couple minutes of the game. Really, Pitt, it felt like we lost that game multiple times. We had multiple leads. I think when you reflect back, and especially this spring or kind of after this spring, I went back and watched those again. For me, there were some execution things like, both offensively and defense against Oregon, not executing out of a timeout, a defensive coverage we wanted to do, which we give up a 3. And against Pitt, there was some offensive and defensive execution issues. So when we went and put this roster together, that it's moments like that where experience really matters. And we didn't have a lot of that last year. So we felt like when we were going to build around our retention, we wanted to add experienced guys, because in those moments where pressure is the highest, you're going to revert back to your training and your experiences. We practiced end-of-game situations a ton last year, and believe me, we're doing it again. There's a end-of-game element to every day we're together. But guys are going to rely on those experiences, and I think guys who have been in those situations the most end up executing the best. And so we tried to address that as we put this roster together. And listen, myself included, Bruce, Junie, Devin, like all of us together have been through some battles, and we're all better because of it. And I think that'll help us this year too.
Buckeye basketball men's coach Jake Diebler joins us on the Fan for the hour. So you talked about the importance of winning at home. I have a pet name for Ross Bjork. I call him Bjorky. So Bjorky comes out and he says he wants to improve the atmosphere. We're changing the court. We're changing the lighting. We're changing all of that. First of all, what's your take on that? Second of all, are you involved in those changes, or do you find out like everybody else that, hey, this is what we're doing?
One, I think it's great. And I think we've been in need of some of that. Certainly we can't change the size of our arena, right? It's one of the biggest in the country. And sports are different now than it was even 10 years ago. And so I think attendance across the country is different now than it was 10 years ago. But when we get people in our building, we want to make that as accommodating and as exciting as possible. I think we've seen this year some of the changes he made, in the shoe and how that's been impactful. And he's put that same, energy into our building as well. And so it will matter. And I think it is great. And yes, not necessarily at the level of deciding this is what we have to do or this is what we don't have to do, but having a chance to be a part of those conversations and talk through elements that can make our home environment better. I'm thankful he included me in those, and I'm thankful he's got kind of this drive to make it better.
So we're going to see that on Monday for the first time. We're going to see that gray court. I saw there has to be limitations to this too, right? I see the NBA, they're doing their thing for their in-season games, and the courts are just ridiculous. They're bright red, they're bright blue, they're like chroma key. I can't even see anything going on. You've seen this court. Does it like strike the right chord? I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm usually a natural wood. For me, it needs to be a shade of wood.
Natural wood.
From dark tones to light tones, but as long as it's colored like wood. But the light gray, I will give it a shot because it's Buckeye basketball.
Give it a shot.
How you've seen it. How does that jive?
This is a blend, right? When you look at the court design, there's a simplicity and kind of retro feel to it with this new twist of being light gray.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't, this overboard, we're going to do crazy. It's going to be like 3 colored shades of gray on the court or anything like that. It was, no, we wanted to honor kind of, the history of the program and create a simplicity to it, but then make it cutting edge, make it different, make it pop. And I think people are going to really like, I know we can't please everybody in this. We'll try to get you over to the right side, but keep an open mind for Monday night. And if you need to, you can come check us out this weekend, just so you can kind of get a pre-feel if you got. We'll give you an opportunity to get behind the scenes peek. All right.
The early look. It's very nice.
I asked you when we were going to break, you got soft clothes on, you got nothing to do, nowhere to be, easy access to a toilet. What is the ultimate Jake Diebler meal?
Yeah, well, because of my personality, it's going to involve a few different cuisines.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming I can order this in, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Great. So I'm going to have sushi. All right. I'm going to have ribs.
Sushi and ribs?
Yes. Those are like 2 of my favorite foods.
This is great because when you're going almost like a last meal style, you're getting whatever you want.
I'll tell you
what,
they
don't have to be perfect matches.
When you retire and you've won a couple national championships here at Ohio State, right? Like Eddie George had his place down there, and I want you to open up a sushi and rib joint.
I love that.
It'll be the most popular place in town.
I love that because there was a time in my life where I wanted to be a chef.
Yeah.
And so,
if not a coach, a chef.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
What was the next item? Sushi,
ribs. What else?
I would need some sort of dessert, and that could go a lot of different directions. I'd probably go with ice cream, sushi, ribs, and ice cream.
What kind of ice cream? Yeah. What's the flavor of ice cream?
It just depends. Like I'm. Is this a safe place? Like I can confess here.
Of course it is.
It's so safe.
So
these microphones aren't even on.
I might have a habit of door dashing or Uber Eats ice cream, at night sometimes.
Oh my
God. Could be Cold
God.
Stone, could be Handles, Graders, obviously.
Oh.
I mean, we can go down the list of, and I don't mean to start any debates on what is best, but it's all good.
Well, I mean, it's a perfectly sane thing to do. You're the head basketball coach at Ohio State. Are you even? How often would you go out? Like, do you go to a store? Is that something that you don't do that, do you?
No, I do.
Yeah.
You're feeling the plums?
I like to go.
He's not feeling the plums. No, he's not messing around with produce. Boxed goods only.
I like to listen when I became head coach. It was a surreal moment. Obviously, this is like a dream. This is a dream job, not like a dream job. But the other thing is, I just want to continue being myself, and I'll go to a coffee shop and get coffee in the morning. If my wife hits me with a text on the way home, is like, hey, I need this, I'm going to go to the grocery store and get it for her. It's just, and people are great. Some people, it's a little different. Some people sometimes look at you kind of like, what are you doing here? And some people come up like, Coach, can we get a picture? Or, good luck with the season. Can't wait to see you guys. And it's cool. Like I just kind of do what I always did in that regard.
Be a little. I mean, aside from me saying it, there'd be a little odd to see someone that from one of your.
It's like seeing a teacher outside of class.
What are you doing here? Why would you?
I'm getting food.
What do you think I'm doing? I'm at the Meyer.
But you know what, though, Coach, you know this. Coaches, for the most part, they're not normal, right? They're obsessed. That's normal
gotta be a little
people.
crazy.
You have to be, right?
Yep.
Just like us. You know, what else would we be doing if we weren't radio people? We'd be bums. All right, we're not normal people.
We're not fit to do anything.
When Thad Matta first got the job at Ohio State, I talked to him and I said, "What was the last movie you saw in the theater?" And he said, "Star Wars." He was being completely honest. You know, he just didn't go anywhere. He didn't do that type of stuff. He was a coach. He was obsessed with it. Ryan Day's not out feeling the plums at the Giant Eagle, right? So of the coaches that you've met, who's the most intense?
My dad. Can I start there?
Sure you can.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
He that's where I get my intensity from. I think, you know, I've been able to work for some unbelievable coaches, and Thad Matta was one of them. And there was an obsession with how he operated. And so I think even, you know, watching and getting to know Coach Day has been awesome for me, and just seeing how he operates in his building. Like he opened up the doors and let me go in there and watch what they were doing for a few days this summer, which was high level. Believe me, we took some of that stuff and implemented it into our program. But Thad was interesting because he was so routine driven. Like he had the same routine day after day after day after day. And that taught me a lot as a young coach at that time, getting to see how he operated, the amount of time he spent watching film, the amount of time he spent with his players, super, super beneficial. But the hard part is your mind doesn't stop. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like think of a play. And I mean, we literally, I thought of a first play we wanted to run against a team last year at like 3:00 in the morning.
And you got to get to the pad
and you just
put it down.
You just walk up, you get up, you draw it, and then you're like, oh well, maybe we got to make this, you know. But your mind just doesn't stop, and I think that's where the crazy part comes in.
Did the play work?
It did.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, it did.
You need more middle of the night plays.
I guess.
More with Jake Diebler, plus your chance to win some floor tickets coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got an accident that's causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 670 before Leonard Avenue. It is stop and go from Neal Avenue. There's also a 10-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce, then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
At Giant Eagle, we're working hard to bring more ways to save to every aisle. Because every dollar and every moment counts. At Giant Eagle, we're going for better, so you can bring home the best. Because it matters.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Jake Diebler doesn't show up empty-handed. He brought candy, and he also brought good seats for the game on Monday against IU Indy. I have 2 floor tickets to give away. Call now. 614-821-9710 is the number. If Teddy answers the phone and says, "You've won," then you've won. For ticket information for the Buckeyes, head to Ticketmaster.com/Buckeyes. Good luck. Forgot what I was going to ask you.
While you're thinking
it was something stupid, though.
While you're thinking of that, we had asked some of our listeners, because we had been talking this up since, you came on and did a phone interview with us last week, and we were hoping to see you today, and now you're here. So we'd asked the listeners if they wanted to ask some things. And a non-basketball one from the burner phone. What's your favorite band? And when you're listening to tunes, who's your all-time favorite band?
How technical are we getting here? My favorite, can I go my favorite artist?
Sure. Absolutely.
John Legend.
John Legend. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ohio guy, right?
Ohio guy. R&B is my favorite type of music. So
love that.
I'm going to go with John Legend.
Love that. And,
not really a band, but.
Yeah, an artist. He's got a band that plays with him. But, we have so many different things in our playlist. It goes by mood, too, There's like a different kind of game day call for different music. At times,
I don't know.
I know all the players, they've got their own flavors and tastes as well.
Yeah, John Legend isn't really busy on my game day playlist.
Sure.
But,
it's not like pumping you up. It's more like mellowed out.
But I think for me, the consistent, because it evolves over time, but consistently, I've been a gospel music guy on game day.
Gospel music. That's interesting.
Even back from when I was in college. I started that in college. And I've always kept an element of my game day playlist as gospel
music. Now, when you say gospel music, are we talking like Hillsong type of stuff or like actual like Gregorian chants type of gospel music?
I like Hillsong and Elevation Worship. Actually, big Rock City worship fan here in Columbus. Their worship albums are really good. But Kirk Franklin, Byron Cage, like some of that old
I'm
school.
nodding, but I have no idea who these people are.
It's okay. If I had like a keyboard or something here and I could pull it up, That's like next time I come in.
We sing on this show sometimes if you want to.
Yeah. I might not be able to go home if I sing right now. But.
Did you ever play anything growing up as far as being a musician? Did you ever take lessons? Like a lot of us either do the choir route, go through band.
I wasn't much of a singer, although, let me answer your first question. I played the saxophone and percussion. But there was a time in the last couple of years, we'll say, I had Bruce Thornton convinced that I finished runner-up to Justin Timberlake on the Mickey Mouse Club.
That's great.
Isn't it fun to lie?
It is.
I had him convinced. I was like, I almost was a singer. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, no, seriously.
Because you can't verify
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, you can't look that up on the internet either.
That's right.
That's a
I've
good one.
I've always said pre-Google, it was a liar's paradise.
Right. You can't find who didn't wind up being on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
That's right.
You just know who was on it.
Now, when you sit down, you go on recruiting visits, and you're going to sell your program. You're going to sell Ohio State. Like, what's the main thing you want them to take away from the conversation?
That player development is still important, and that this is as big a stage as any in the country. There's a rich tradition in history, and one that if you treat people well and you work hard, you'll become a part of a network that will take care of you for life. And so, that we're all about growth. And so when we recruit young people and their families, we want them, when we leave that conversation, they're going to know unequivocally that we are going to dedicate all our time, energy, and effort into helping their young man grow. And that's certainly as a basketball player, but also as a man.
You gotta have just sort of a pure love for the game. To get to your point, your dad was a coach, so I would imagine it was ingrained in you at a very young age. But if you can remember back to when you were a kid, where did the love of that game come from?
Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, just because, your dad was a coach, there was no rule that you had to follow it and it was going to stick. I wanted my son to be a golfer like I am. He didn't pick up the clubs, but what was it for you with the game that drew you to it and keeps driving you every single day?
I think it was ultimately love the game, and I obviously was around it. If I wanted to see my dad, I had to be in the gym, because he works so hard at pouring into young people to help them develop. That's where I get it from. So to be around him, I need to be in the gym, whether it was at 5:30 in the morning or 8, 9 o'clock at night. We lived in the gym. I've slept in the gym before, and basketball is great. But I think as I've gotten older, I think what always drew me there and what keeps me there is basketball as a vessel to help young people grow. Like, that's why I didn't want to go become a coach when I got to college. I wanted to own my own business. And so when I got there and kind of, started to look at things differently, got saved in college, it changed my whole perspective on what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I wanted to impact young people. Like, I saw my dad do it. My mom was a kindergarten teacher for, her whole career. Like, they always were giving back, helping young people grow, develop. I wanted to do that and felt like basketball was that thing I'd always been around and knew the best, and that was the best way to do it.
Jake Diebler is with us. So we were talking about, Ryan Day was talking about earlier today about Urban Meyer. He's going to ring the victory bell on Saturday, and how, Urban trusted him, hired him, brought him in here. Outside of your dad, who was the first guy in the coaching profession that looked at you and said, you're going to be something. I trust you. Let me help you. Who was that guy?
It was Homer Drew.
Okay.
When
Valpo legend.
He is Hall of Fame coach, and my playing career, I played injured pretty much my whole senior year, and I thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go play overseas and be a professional player, but I had to rehab, so I was just, he was like, hey, stay on, be a coach for a year, and then you can decide what you want to do. Now, he knew, and it was part of his plan. Like, he knows I wasn't going to go play after sitting out a year. I wasn't good enough anyway. So, him believing in me and kind of convinced me, like, hey, don't go do that. Don't go make little money. Go play in stay here, and then I just that even helped my passion to develop young people. It helped it grow even more. And he told me, he's like, you're going to be a great coach, but you need to watch, you need to listen, you need, and so he taught me a lot. Like, I owe him he's like a second father to me, and when he comes back, he came back last year. He's been at practices and stuff. It's a big deal to me, and we still talk regularly. But I would say it's him. And then Thad, Thad recruited me to come here be a video coordinator, which was it was the first job I had outside of Valpo.
Right.
Valpo was all I knew.
Yeah.
And Thad, like, he told me, he's like, you're the guy, and I was like, I don't know if I want. He's like, I'm gonna wait till you give me a decision. He kept recruiting me, and finally, I made that jump, and it was the best thing I could have done.
What is that life like when you first get into coaching? And you said it was what was the official title? Video coordinator, video scout.
Yeah.
You're putting together game plans. You're finding clippable things of your opponents.
Back then, you used to have to like drive DVDs to another video coordinator in exchange. I mean,
there was some kind of handoff. Yeah. I imagine that's some of the most thankless work that's in the profession, but you got to do it. If you want to get into it, you probably learn a lot through that level.
When I started, I was essentially a GA. I've done operations. I've done, video coordinator. I was a manager for my dad's teams when I was in elementary school. So I've just always had these different kind of jobs at different levels. And, when I was video coordinator, I said this after our Ohio exhibition, I literally got to sit in Jeff Bull's office and listen to him recruit, or Dave Dickerson's office. And I got to watch film with Thad like almost every day, he and I. He would work out of the locker room. I'd be down there getting him whatever he needed. And so I got, it was like a master's class in coaching sitting next to a Hall of Fame coach.
It's just basketball.
And so that was so beneficial for me. But I think it's been helpful for me having had all the different jobs you can have on a coaching staff has been really beneficial. It's helped me as a leader.
Jake Diebler, thank you for popping in. Give us some time today. Don't be a stranger.
No.
And please bring more candy.
Absolutely. I'll make sure we get the right stuff next time. Awesome. Whatever you need.
Good luck. Really.
Good luck against IU Indy on Monday. And then, yes, we are pulling for you and all season long. Jake Diebler, back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is moving a little slow and causing a 15-minute holdup on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. And you're looking at a 20-minute slowdown on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt from 670 to 161. This report is sponsored by FranklinCrisisCare.org. Are you or someone you know feeling overwhelmed by a mental health or addiction crisis? The Franklin County Crisis Care Center is now open 24/7 with care from certified peers and professionals. Learn more at FranklinCrisisCare.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes, including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
When you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis, all the F words apply. Football, food, and fun, and fat, and furry. They both have beards. And they dress up like animals and hump things. T-Bone and Tyvis.
Weekday mornings at 6.
The Fan.
This time of year, it's all or nothing. And Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through November 3rd, get 2.99 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $269 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival returns May 14th through 17th with My Chemical Romance, Tool, Bring Me the Horizon, and Shinedown. Plus, Pierce the Veil, Good Charlotte, The Offspring, Sublime, Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin, Marilyn Manson, and so many more. Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, May 14th to 17th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at SonicTempleFestival.com.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Jake Diebler was with us for this hour. I think, first of all, you walk in the door with a bag full of candy. the interview starts off well.
Yeah,
from there.
that's a pretty cool move. And it was Jake's the one that had the birthday a couple of days ago, too. So that's very, very cool of him.
I just crushed the king-size Reese's Fast Break during the commercial break.
You ate that whole thing.
That's probably 600 calories.
Oh, easily. And the fact that you devoured that in 4 minutes.
He gave it to me.
Of course he did.
That means there's no calories.
Yeah,
if it's free.
Excuse you.
If it's free,
then it doesn't count against you.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it was just like the question that you asked him. I want to know about food, like if calories were not an option.
Sushi and ribs is what he said.
Yeah, pull the pin, whatever kind of food you want. What are you going? What's on? I know pizza's got to be on the docket for that.
It's all carbs all the time. Some kind of pizza.
Yeah.
I haven't decided which kind, but there's got to be a big bowl of pasta involved.
Bowl of pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, probably a simple one. Just a little olive oil and garlic and herbs and a nice stringy pasta, maybe an angel hair, and you really suck that up.
I thought that you might need a lasagna for like your last meal.
No, because I think if I'm going to do pizza, you know, we already have sort of a baked, cheesy type of thing.
Yeah, it's
right?
got the sauce
and so
the
I'm
cheese
not going to
go
go with a baked pasta on top of that, Timmy. That's just lunacy.
Well, you know that I 1,000,000% have to have some barbecue in my meal.
You doing some ribs like good old Jake?
I'm doing all of it. I'm doing the ribs. I'm doing the beef brisket. I'm doing the beef burnt
Is
ends.
barbecue as a category your favorite type of food?
Absolutely.
Like you would take that over pizza?
Yep. It's
All right.
close. It's close. I mean, it's not. I mean, tonight I think is a perfect night for pizza. I'll say that. I don't know if there is a better kind of night for pizza night with the family than trick or treat night, Halloween. Whether you're having a bunch of kids over. I just found out that Jack's going to go to one of his buddies' houses because this was a big year for Jack. He's not trick-or-treating. That was the choice.
First time?
He's in 8th grade. It's a perfectly sane thing to do if you're in 8th grade to keep on going. I think go a couple years into high school. I'm not judging on that. Long as you wear the costume, have fun.
I judge you if you have a driver's license.
If you're 16, you're done?
Yeah, then
that's
you're
what you
finished.
say?
Yeah.
Can't be a junior
There
in
was
high
somebody
school.
a couple years ago that drove up to my house.
Well, that's just dumb.
It was a kid.
Drove up to the house.
Drove up to the house and was trick-or-treating from the car.
No. That's wrong.
Man, I still gave him the candy. What am I going to do?
Right. I mean, what do you
Turn
want
it
to
away?
egg the house
Right,
or
exactly.
TP it? No.
Exactly.
Give him the candy and you're done. But so Jack's going to hang out with a friend, and I get how that's the transition where you go to your friend's house. Maybe they're going to pass out candy. They're going to hang out, play some video games, and then that's Halloween. We'll still get candy. I still bought the full-size candy bars. The Twix was the choice. And the assorted candy as well for if we have to pass any out. But pizza is the thing to have for Halloween night because you're kind of on the go. You're kind of moving to the front of the house, passing out candy. You might be in the garage. A lot of the move in our neighborhood is throw the garage door up.
That's a smart move.
That's the play. You get the portable fire pit.
Yeah, that's a good move.
You get the Adirondack chairs. You kind of get around the fire pit, and then you get some paper plates and you munch down your favorite pizza. We're doing some Jets tonight. That's the play.
That's nice.
Some deep dish Jets.
You know who delivers that? Zach Wierenski.
Oh,
he comes right to your house.
I was going to say Jets.
It's an off night. Zach comes right to your house.
Yeah. Z brings you
By the way,
pizza.
I know people say it all the time, but I really mean it. Be careful tonight when you're out driving around.
Yeah.
Be careful of the kiddos because they're all over the place, and you'd think they would know not to run in front of a car. They're stupid. They're kids. So you, as the driver, be extra alert tonight. Back page.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
I had a very difficult decision this morning, okay?
All right.
So first of all, you saw I brought for my best friends here, I brought the big 155 piece of assorted candy. Like I always you have the full-size candy bars, that's step one, and then there also needs to be another bag so you have some variety. Like that for me is part of the fun of Halloween is if we're not going to have Jack going to trick or treat, then I needed to get like my own little assortment candy so I can put in a bowl, and I need to snack on that for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what's going to happen. I could not decide between the M&M Mars assorted bag or the Hershey assorted bag.
Which one did you go with?
I went with the Hershey, but hear me out. Like, this was the difficulty. And the kicker was how there were 2 separate Hershey assorted bags, but only one of the candy bars was interchangeable. This was the M&M Mars bag. Starts you off with the Twix.
Good.
With the Snickers.
Good.
With the classic M&Ms.
Good.
I mean, that's a heavy 1, 2, 3, right?
Absolutely.
That's a heavy
nothing
1,
wrong
2,
with
3.
that assortment.
Then we go to the Milky Way.
I got no problem with the Milky Way.
And then we go with the Three Musketeer.
Those are all wonderful things.
Yeah,
However,
I don't love the Three Musketeer, but that's okay.
You are neglecting the peanut butter. We need peanut butter.
So I bring you to the Hershey bag. You get a Reese's peanut butter cup, like the Solo, and that's decent for the fun size. You get an actual Solo regular size cup. You get a Kit Kat, the little two-piecer. You get a classic Hershey bar.
All right.
You get a Heath bar, which is what did it. Which is what did it for me, because some of the bags had Whoppers. I know Likey Whoppers.
I know you got a problem.
I know
with
Likey the malt things, the Whoppers.
I like you a Whopper.
And then we've talked about this one before. Maybe the most underrated candy bar in existence, the Hershey's Cookies and Cream bar, is in it.
Ooh, little white chocolate.
So because you get the Reese's and the Kit Kat and the Heath bars in there, I went with the Hershey. It was close.
You couldn't go wrong
but I went with the
either,
Hershey.
But you err on the side of peanut butter. You got a little toffee in there. That's a good assortment.
God.
I like that.
If there's not, if chocolate and peanut butter are not the best 2 things together, then chocolate and toffee are, with a little sea salt on top of that chocolate. Woo! That's when you got to go to one of them special candy shops.
I make the cookies like that.
You get
Chocolate
the
chip
good
cookies
stuff.
with the toffee inside. Chocolate toffee.
You put like those Walter White crystal sugars or salt pellets.
We got to have the nice flaky salt. What
big salt.
Morton's on there?
You go out to the Bonneville Salt Flats. You collect those. It's a Utah salt.
Pontiac Bonneville. Pontiac Bonneville.
They ain't fast either. I don't know why they named it that.
Nothing was fast then, really, unless you had like a Corvette.
You had the Grand Am, right?
Grand Am, not the Grand Prix.
You had the Grand Prix.
I coveted the Grand Prix. That was a step up.
I rented a Grand Prix once when I drove to Texas for a job interview. You wish I would have gotten it, I know. It had that feature where you step down on the gas pedal and the radio got louder. What a feature that is.
Wow, they just invented this, huh?
Speeding down that highway.
That's fantastic.
Speeding down 35.
All right, Buckeye Show is next. Have a good trick or treat tonight. We're back tomorrow, and we may be in costume tomorrow. Just say, maybe in costume. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. And you're looking at about a 10-minute slowdown if you're on westbound 670 from 315 to I-70. This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced, only at Starbucks. I'm Nicole.